Welcome to Bam Bam's Boom Boom Boom, starring your host, Bam Bam, and frankly, whoever the fuck that I want.
Hey, Brooke.
Hey, Bam Bam.
Hey there, humans and non-humans. Bam Bam here. Guess who I got? Guess who I brought along? I brought the nearly Danish dame, also known, a.k.a. Brooke.
Yay!
How you doing, Brooke?
Great. Thanks for having me.
Hey, man, this has been this is an absolute pleasure to have you on, because I love your stuff online, and you bring this lovely hyggeligt content that really brings the American and the Danish together.
Aww.
And there are more of them coming now, and I just love that connection that you bring to it all. It's just so it's pleasant. And
Thank you.
Nice.
Pleasant is a word I would like to have describe me.
You are, no, but you're not. When I met you here in the door, you just seem so bubbly and lovely.
Thank you.
So that's good.
Well, it's a reflection of who I'm meeting.
Oh, I'm blushing now.
Fest.
Yeah. And Brooke, you're from the States.
I am.
And you're from.
Sorry.
Stop that.
I know.
You know what?
We're not going to talk about this stuff tonight.
Well, we can, but I just want you to know one thing, that civilians aren't a reflection. I mean,
I think Danes are quite good, and a lot of people are quite good at differentiating between government and people. But I find that for decades now, like when we are out in the world, we have to be like, I'm sorry.
I mean, it's the German stigma. I mean, every country, let's put it this way, Denmark used to be number 7 on the slavery list. We used to have zoos where we would have Inuits and all our different colorful friends that we would bring over. So
We've probably done that too.
yeah, let's not go into what's it called, the Spanish Inquisition. There's also, what was it, the Templar Knights and stuff like that. I mean, it goes on. And ever since we got up and stopped going, ooh, 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 and that's not a racist comment there, it's just that what we used to be, and then we discovered fire, and one guy whacked the other one over the head, and
the rest is history.
the party started there, and it hasn't stopped since. So that's why we don't get visited by the intelligent ones from above. They're still bickering down there.
Let's let them finish.
Yeah, it was probably Kevin's fault. He was the new alien, and he was the first one that came down, and the probing started. Yeah, Kevin's new. He didn't really know what was up and down on the human body, so it was like,
I thought that was an antenna. I don't
exactly.
know.
He goes, I don't know what is in and out on these things. They smell out of both holes anyway. So, how you been?
Great.
How's the weather?
Weather is lovely.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm from upstate New York,
That's
so
it.
like finally we have snow.
Yeah, you're kind of thinking like some of the Canadians and like the Swedes, like, oh, it's kind of balmy today.
Yeah, it's so nice. Winter is snow to me.
Of
so
course.
it's nice that it's mild generally in Denmark, but gray and rainy is just blah. But the snow is exciting.
Well, the gray and rainy is what the Americans originally were escaping from. England.
Right. So it's something, it's
Yes,
like evolutionary,
Yeah.
Reject the rain.
Yeah. So basically, not a fan of Boston, Massachusetts, I guess.
My husband's from Boston.
Oh, he's a Southie?
No.
He's a good old Irish boy.
His accent used to come out when he would like drink a bit. It'd like it'd get really strong, and I'm like, oh. But not
Give me the
anymore. And
khakis.
we don't really drink that much, so I don't
Brookie,
get to hear.
give me the khakis, Brookie. Give me the khakis.
Pack the car.
Yeah, pack the car and have it. Yeah.
I miss that. He can kind of slide into it when he wants to.
I love it.
I wish I could be good at accents.
Oh.
Then I could be good at Danish.
You can practice, and you're from upstate New York, and upstate New York doesn't really have...
No, it's like a really ugly accent.
But it's a bit strange because where you're from, I know New York is a larger area than Denmark, but seen in the largeness of America itself, you have so many accents that are just basically boiled down in that state, in that area. You have the white Boston Irish where it's khakis and yard, and I went to Harvard. Then you go into New York and you get past you get the New York accent.
Yeah, and there's like multiple New York accents.
Exactly.
Right? What borough are you from?
Exactly. And then you and all depending on your ethnicity too. And then you get down to Jersey and it just all goes The Jersey Turnpike, eh? Forget about it.
We love accents.
I know, it's great.
We understand English in all of them.
I guess when you come down to Louisiana and you get down to the Cajun people,
you can be real wild.
And then it gets rowdy.
Yeah.
But it sounds lovely. It's sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. My husband's family is actually from Louisiana. So we've been all around. So I know that accent.
From NOLA? Nolans?
No, Baton Rouge.
Baton Rouge. Oh, I love that. I love that name, Baton Rouge.
Yeah.
It's like other names like Fayetteville.
Yeah.
There's just some really cool names.
Yeah.
Mianus is my favorite. The town of Mianus.
I don't know that one.
You should visit Mianus.
Yeah. There's also
Intercourse, Pennsylvania.
Hyannis, which I assume would be pronounced the same in Bam Bam's world. That's in Massachusetts.
I'm still gigging about Lake Titicaca, so I mean, I'm just not grown up enough for that. So
don't.
Funny names are funny names.
We gotta laugh at those things.
Yes.
What's the best Danish funny town? Oh my God, there's so many. There's like Sill and like
we have two, Lim, a Tom, and they're close together. And for you English speakers out there, Lim is I guess it's a scientific term for appendage.
Okay.
It can also mean arm, but usually it means the male appendage. And Tom is rectum. So
how? Like, how did they get these names? They must have meant something else. Or the vowel was different. Or
either that or someone was having a real great time.
Yeah. I have heard like in Sweden or Finland, there were some names that were meant to confuse the enemy at one point in time when they were occupied. So
how are you confusing the enemy with
giving them really crazy names like male appendage? It's just funny. Maybe just mess with them because they don't know what they're saying. So
either that or it's just some really grown-ass men that were just having a great time. Yeah. I mean,
what would you name a city in Denmark if you could?
Kevin. I don't know why.
Is Kevin a reoccurring character in your podcast?
I think it's basically it's the guy. It's the guy that makes all the mistakes. He's the sorry, my bad.
Yeah, I was just trying.
Maybe it was kind of the Macaulay Culkin Home Alone thing.
Yeah,
but he was pretty.
Kevin's a good name.
Kevin's a good name. It's one of those
solid,
good and white.
Yeah.
Kevin.
Thank you,
yeah.
Kevin. We all know a Kevin.
Yeah, we do, don't we? Yeah, I think in Danish we have some. Maybe we'll use Ellen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ellen.
Ja, for helvede, Ellen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, everybody has that weird dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean.
There's like Karens and Brians, but then there's Ellens.
Yeah, but Karen in Danish is like, Karen is an older name.
Yeah.
And we don't really use the Karen term, which is a bit of a shame because I like the way what the name encompasses.
Yeah. Do you have a different Danish name or you just don't use that one?
No, we don't really use. I think the young people are using it today in the English because the Danes are very good at taking the international things to them and using English a lot. So, var du bare sådan Karen? So you can hear that with the youngsters because they see all of this, and the Karen figure is just it's international. It encompasses all races and
everyone knows
a Karen.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's always a person that is just
don't be the Karen.
Don't be the Karen. Yeah. Don't ask to speak
Karens.
to the
that
manager.
Stinks though if your name is Karen.
Exactly. And the funny thing is I know a couple of Karens and they're really
cool,
great
right?
people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also know a lot of Kevins and they're really cool dudes.
Yeah.
So
Alan.
And I have a cousin named Alan. He's actually stateside in America working for the Air Force.
Oh. I thought you were about to say something bad about it.
He used to bully me a lot.
Oh.
But he's cool. Yeah.
Maybe he'll apologize one day. Alan. Ring to Bam Bam.
He doesn't speak Danish. He's American. Yeah.
Ring to him.
Yeah. They used to live in Hawaii, and his dad used to work for the American Embassy in Cairo and Jakarta.
Okay.
So
you have a very international family.
Yes. I mean, my mom is from Malaysia and from Borneo. And do you know where Borneo is?
No, I could not find it on a map. Sorry.
Usually a lot of white people know Borneo because they go scuba diving.
No, I'd never went on like cool vacations. That's not true. I mean, I've been to cool places, but not as like a growing up. I never went to
Why not?
My parents didn't travel a lot. I also like didn't watch a lot of films, and this like haunts me today because I like don't know all these cultural references, and like People are like, oh, you know this? And I'm like, no. And they're like, then they got to explain it, and it's not fun.
Do not, she has been untouched, this one.
But I did just watch Die Grüne Slachter.
What did you think? Okay, that's a good place to start, because that's one of those things
so
that's
Danish.
really interesting to talk about.
Yeah.
Because as an American person, okay, and then as a person who's been in Denmark and now learning the Danish culture, if an American saw that, what would they say?
I feel like it's a different humor. Like,
it's almost a horror movie.
It was really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And I kept being like, okay, this is funny. There's no gore. Should we try to explain it briefly?
Let's hear it. You explain it.
There's two guys that aren't really great at life, and they're both butchers. And they work for like a evil boss butcher. And they're like, we're not going to work for this guy anymore. And they go out on their own to start their own business. And they're not very good at it. They don't have money. They finally find a place, and the electricity is out in their like freezer. So they have an electrician come, and he's working in the dark. And then they just like close him in there for the night, go home, and he freezes to death in the freezer. And then one of them just starts serving up parts of his body, his leg up in the meat, and they get all of a sudden all this business, and all the townspeople are eating human flesh, and they love it, and they start killing more people they just don't like. Just close them in the freezer.
I mean, that's
it's
basically
like so many taboos that were crossed there. And I was just like, oh my God.
Oh yeah, and don't forget that one of the butchers has an extremely autistic, I would almost say mentally.
Yeah.
We can use the retard word.
Yeah.
He's mentally retarded or handicapped. And he
twin brother.
Yes, and he shows up and he has little animals and he just goes. So it's one of those. I mean, this guy, Thomas Hannes Jensen, I think his name is. He's the one who makes these movies.
Yeah.
And this is, I mean, when you watch it, it encompasses the darkness of Danish humor.
Is it uncomfortable for Danes to watch?
No.
So they're just like, that's so funny. They're eating humans.
Funny. You're like, oh my God, they didn't do that.
Because I was like, no, they're not going to like kill the whoever now just because. And they're like, yes, they do.
Yes, they do. It's Danish humor.
But they're all these actors are in like a bunch of movies around this time, like Blink and Lygter and I don't know, Adams Abler and something else. I haven't seen those. So those are on the list now.
I
just
would
to see how
definitely see them. I mean,
it can be.
But you have to, at one point, you'll probably start seeing them through the Danish eyes, and you can just say, and in Danish, you'll say, "Ej, hvor er det sort det der." It's like, oh my God, that's so black. Det er sort det der. Because it's so absurd.
Yeah, I did like there wasn't any like gore. And it was kind of funny because he's like, I don't know, I just did it. There was no reason to,
Yeah.
And one of them was just, I can't even remember what he said, but he's just kind of like, you're crazy. You're completely crazy now. Yeah. And like, but I'm going to help you.
Yeah. It's just the weirdest little coincidental things that lead to something else. And it just gets worse and worse. And then one of them, he smokes so much weed. He kind of, he asks him to smell the marijuana, and he goes, I smoke between 30 and 40 joints a day. I wouldn't be able to smell if my hair was on fire.
That's exactly it. Impressive.
And if you can't make those movies in America because American people, I think you'll probably get some artsy people that'll be like, I can feel the essence of the darkness of this humor. You know, it's there's always going to be those Burroughs people, you know. But that encompasses
and one of the characters
Danish
was
humor.
like assembling skeletons of animals he'd killed,
like taxidermy type stuff.
Yeah, but like not taxidermy, but just like reassembling the skeletons in his apartment, and they were like everyday animals, like birds and cats and things.
Yeah,
which is also super creepy.
I would say that's a very large red flag. I mean, there's definitely...
And Danes are just like, no, hyggelig.
Yeah, that's just cozy, you know? And Americans are like, that's school shooter vibes right there.
And then we do nothing about it.
Well, neither do we.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I was watching this movie in the hopes that I would get some deeper understanding of Danes. I don't know what that is yet.
I think how you have to look at it is that you got to break it down in all its simplicity. That the humor that we portray in that is also the humor that we can portray upon each other. It's like that classic guy thing where two best friends will meet each other and they'll be like, "Hey, what's up, dickhead? By the way, you're fat and you piece of shit." And then they walk away and like, "That's my best
like,
friend."
love you, bro.
Exactly. And that's the Danish humor. That's why roasting in Denmark is kind of hard, because we kind of go at each other and we find it loving, and a lot of tourists find it, my God, what did he say to me?
Yeah. Yeah, Danes do have a good sense of humor about themselves. And I will say that's something I think Americans aren't that great at. And we have great comedians, but I think people take things really personally.
Yes. Yeah. I think it's one of those things. And that's why that when you guys have such a great love for comedians, is that now you can go sit down and you can get that. But when soon as you get outside, you got to put your game face on. You have to be respectful.
Like,
you
that's
have to
not
be
okay.
kind.
We don't do that. Okay. We don't say that.
And it's one of those things where even in Denmark, there's commercials for like in health insurance or something where the boss it's one of those awareness of mental health for stress at work, where the boss comes in the elevator and he meets one of the guys who goes, "So how are you doing?" "Well, not too good, boss. I haven't slept for 3 days. My wife is probably going to leave me, and work just keeps piling up on my desk." It's one of those things where that Danes also don't have that honesty. Everything kind of gets put in, where like the Americans, like, "Oh, how you been?" And like,
"Doing great."
Yeah. And then inside the person's dying.
Yeah.
You know? But I think that's a general human thing. You won't, that's a stigma that I think all humans have to get over. So let's hear about, how did you make your way over here? I'm guessing a big burly Viking didn't sail over to North America, sailed his way up through the Potomac or whatever, and just put you over the shoulder. He's Danish?
It's not. No, my husband is American.
Oh.
Yeah, so we have no Danish connection. No, we came here ultimately for work, my husband's job. But we had just hoped to move here. And I had bought this Christiania Cykel in the U.S. when we lived in Boston, like an old used bike without a battery. Now I have a battery, but I had like quads of steel. Let me tell you. So I bought this old red bike and biked my kids around and just like fell in love with it. And then my husband came to Copenhagen for work, saw the bikes everywhere, sent me 1,000 pictures. Like, "There's your bike. Oh my God, look, there's a red one just like yours." And then he's like, "You got to come here with me on vacation." So we did just a long weekend, because that is how long our vacations are in the U.S.
Oh,
like, let's just go to Europe for a long weekend.
No 5 weeks?
No.
Shame.
Yeah. So we fell in love and just thought, we got to figure out a way to make this happen.
That's amazing.
Took a little while, and now we're here.
Okay.
Very thankful, yeah.
And are you doing this, do you have a normal job then?
I do now.
Okay. We don't have to get into that, but...
No, I've worked like a lot of part-time jobs here, bakery, brewery. I'm working at a language school now, and they've all been awesome in different ways. I work at a pie shop. So I'm like hustling in many ways, which I don't really want to do. I feel like hustling is not the Danish way, and I would really like to not be hustling, but...
It's another H word.
Yeah.
It's another H word you have to remember.
Yeah.
Don't hustle. Hygge.
Yeah.
You have to hygge.
Yeah, tack.
Yes.
So anyways, yeah, I'm working.
Okay.
Thankfully. Because, man, you gotta if you want to stay here. Permanent
It's
uppholdstilladelse. Yeah.
It's pricey.
Yeah, but it's also long term. Like, if you want to, and we would like to live here, like be immigrants and like long haul live here. And you gotta work if you want. You gotta pay the scat if you want to.
Technically, you're expats.
Nice.
No, you citizenship and all that stuff?
No, but expats generally plan to go home.
Well, if they do, they're called repatriates.
When they go home.
Yeah, when they go home, yeah.
But expats, generally the mentality is that they're here.
Well, yeah, that's right. So expats
that they're going home.
Then they can become, but immigrants just...
Immigrants is like the word for somebody immigrating from another country. I think
political asylum would probably be better.
Now it is. 100% now.
Well, I mean, hey, man, you paid to be in that zoo, and now you gotta...
Oh, my God.
I love it.
But it is interesting because immigrants has this connotation to it, which is oftentimes negative. And I feel like in Denmark, people are talking about, should it be internationals? What words are we using to describe ourselves? But ultimately, we would like to check all the boxes and be able to stay here.
Yeah, and I mean, no, immigrant is a fine word, and it's also a great Led Zeppelin song. So
what? I don't know that. All I know is
song.
Hey Mama, immigrant.
It's on that album too. It's do 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 do. Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, I know that one.
That's the immigrant song.
Okay.
And, so no, immigrants.
Sorry, that was clearly like over my head.
You're also short like me, so a lot of things go over our heads. Yes. The Viking genes did not give me the height.
No, but okay. How many languages do you speak, Bam
Bam? English and Danish are both my mother tongue.
So
I think English.
Mother tongues.
Yes, mother tongues. Yeah, my mother and my cousin tongues.
When you say mother tongues, I just imagine a French kiss of
mothers.
Language. No, that's creepy.
That's very Alabama.
Okay. English,
Danish. I'm more creative, and I dream and think more in English.
Yeah.
Danish, kind of when things come down to more like, oh, we got to do this.
Practical.
And that. But it all depends on who I'm with.
Yeah.
I'll slide into. I have a tendency to slide in accents too, and it's fucking annoying.
Because you mirror people, or
I chameleonize or something like that, and then suddenly I hope I don't meet like. Because I'm
sorry that you now have an upstate New York accent.
Oh, I'm so glad you don't come from the valley and we have to talk like this.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Bam Bam. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Your podcast is like the best.
Seriously? Oh, girl. Oh, I mean, everything's better in LA. No, but I have a tendency to slide in if I'm with English people, then it kind of, it gets a bit annoying because then I feel insecure and then I don't back it up. And then I kind of pull back on it.
You're feeling insecure about what?
And that I don't go all in on the English accent. And then they hear me sliding into that. And it's, oh, God, I'm so glad I don't hang out with a lot of Nigerian people because my Nigerian accent is...
I would love to hear that.
Jesus Christ, Brooke. It is good for you to come here to Denmark. Jesus Christ.
That was great.
Yeah, that's my Nigerian accent. We used to live there, too, when I was really... young.
So you've lived all these places, and that's why you can do the accents.
Yeah, I lived in Saudi Arabia too.
Because of your parents' work?
My dad he was a true expat. He left Denmark in must be the 60s, 70s. Denmark just got too small for him.
Okay.
And he was his education was within spare parts and stuff like that. Spare parts management, logistics, and stuff like that.
Spare parts, like generally? I don't even know what that means. Is it like screws and like...
Could be anything.
You could specialize in...
Yeah.
Okay, keep going.
He specialized in auto parts, I think.
Okay.
But it was like a general, I think it's kind of like warehouse management and logistics and stuff like that. And then he ended up working for the Danish East Asian Trading Company. In the old days, they had these companies, the East Asian Trading Company.
That sounds super old.
Yeah, like Pirates of the Caribbean, right? And then he went to Jakarta in Indonesia, where he worked down there with a bunch of other bachelors, which, and when it sounds like Motley Crue's tours were mild compared to...
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Like in the 60s and 70s.
He's got some stories.
Oh, trust me. And they're
Are they... Does he tell you?
No, yeah. Oh, yeah.
They're
epic. They're like... The Hangover.
You're like, and then?
The Hangover movie's like, how are you guys still alive? Like him and a drunk sailor were sitting, another Danish drunk sailor were sitting on the harbor in Jakarta and getting drunk, drinking these small Danish beers in small bottles.
Yeah.
And then some pirates sailed by. There's pirate country down there.
Okay.
And then the skipper got up and said, those are the guys that stole my damn coaster and beat me half to death with my own shoes. Then they started pelting the canoe with empty beer bottles.
Was it them that had done the alleged crimes?
I'm guessing there were a couple of sheets in the wind.
Yeah. All right.
So whether it was or it wasn't.
Moly.
Yeah, and that was a mild story. So, but he meets my mom, but my mom is originally from Sandakan in Borneo. Borneo is the other part of Malaysia that shares with Brunei and Indonesia. And at that time, my mom was sent to exile in Indonesia to live with her big sister because daddy didn't like mommy's boyfriend.
Okay.
And my grandpa, who was a big shot in a small town, had timber and fishing, and he would also lend money out I promised my mom I wouldn't say the word, that how you would say that in a derogatory way. But it rhymes with bone lark. Sorry, Mom. And they were Catholic.
Bone fart.
You're going to think that's going to screw with you.
No, I got it.
You're going to write to me in a week like, I got it! I love
How
that.
many combinations of letters? I know it. I speak the English. I know it.
I'll tell you later. And and they were Chinese Filipino Catholics, and the boy that she was dating was of another religion, and then so Grandpa sent her down to live with her big sister in Indonesia, and her big sister was married to William Libby, who worked for the American Embassy, and I still have a conspiracy theory that what he did in the embassy had 3-letter words.
Okay.
So she lived down there, and my dad met her. I usually make the joke, well, my dad went to Tunisia to meet my mom. And so they met there, and she thought he was an arrogant prick. And then he finally rubbed off on her, and then they got married in Borneo. Then they moved to Nigeria, in Lagos, and where we lived. And then I was conceived there. And my mom, for some odd reason, didn't want to give birth there. So she went back to Malaysia. And since my dad's dime companies were paying for all this, she gave birth to me in probably the most expensive hospital in Southeast Asia. It's like 4 nurses on call 24 hours a day. And it's like, if you want to drink champagne and smoke in the private room that you have, by all means, ma'am, you're paying the bill.
Wow.
And so in that sense, I was also born bridge. Because the nurse and the midwife and the doctor said, well, your kid's upside down. So we're gonna have to give you a C-section. She goes, nope, I'm not having a C-section. And they said, well, you're paying the bill. So she gave birth to me
upside down, breech,
ass first.
Yeah.
So for 1 or 2 seconds, I wore my mom as a hat. And
disturbing.
Yep.
But accurate description.
It kind of gives that.
Yeah.
The Asian upward face.
Yeah, good. You got a little natural facelift.
Exactly.
As a newborn.
And then from Nigeria.
I feel like you owe your mom still for that experience.
Oh, I owe her for a lot, but the story gets better. I'm also the reason she got a new hip lately, or for a couple of years back. That's because that after I came out, they went back to Nigeria, and let's just put it this way. At 8 months, I weighed 14 kilos. I think she treated me like a wood chipper, and I don't think I had a stop button.
Yeah.
So she would keep feeding me, and I got big.
She was like an Italian grandma as a mom.
Yeah, or basically just a lumberjack feeding a wood chipper. It's like, oh yeah, it's normal for a baby of 6 months to eat 2 bananas for lunch.
Were you like in the Guinness book? First of all, I don't know kilograms. So I'm just imagining doubling that, and I'm just like, close enough.
Yeah.
Which is a lot.
That's around, I was at 8 months probably.
Chonker. Yeah. Were you in the Guinness Book of World Records?
No, I think there was another Asian kid that was just as big.
I used to have that book, and I remember like a big child also sitting there. Like, what a weird thing.
It was a weird book.
There's a fingernail one that always got me grossed
the Indian
out.
one,
the curly long fingers.
Yeah, that's kind of that has like Baba Yaga witch vibes to it,
Nightmares.
They stopped putting all the food challenges in there.
No.
The
Why?
professional eaters, because they thought it was a bit of you're kind of taking the piss out of the people who don't have food. Oh. So they that was a cool integrity way to work with that. And then we lived in Nigeria, and then we moved back to Denmark shortly, and then my dad got sent to Saudi Arabia and Jeddah, and then I was there till 13, and then back to Denmark.
Formative years.
Yeah.
Wait, so when did you learn Danish?
Oh, I always spoke Danish with my dad.
Okay, so he always spoke Danish with you. And you guys spoke English as a family? It or was your mom?
Different. My mom speaks Danish now, but when I was around 2 and we lived in Denmark for a bit, I would translate for my mom when we went shopping.
Yeah.
So I would get it in that way, and then it would go to my mom. So I was very vocal and very talkative already.
No way. You?
Who would have thought? I'm a chatterbox.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
how do you say that in Danish?
Sluderchatol.
What? That's so cute. Sluder chaton?
Chatol.
Chatol. What does that mean?
I think a chatol is like a French piece of furniture, but I'm not sure. So it's a chatter, sludder. Yeah, nu sludrer vi. That's like chit-chat.
Chatter chaise lounge. I don't know. Like what?
That
the
sounds
heck?
good too. Yeah, but it's one of those words you got.
Cute. Okay, that's new for me.
Yeah. So and then, then back to Denmark, and then my dad went to work up in Greenland.
Oh.
So we went.
Okay,
to
so you
visit
do
him
have a
there.
Greenland connection.
Oh yeah, I've definitely been up there, and if you ever get the chance to do it before the casinos come.
My God, yeah. Do it while I still can.
You know what? I talked with my eldest. She's not home today. She's 21, and she was.
When did you have her? When you were 5?
When I was 24. I'm 45.
No way.
It's the
God,
Asian
the
genes.
Asian genes are good.
No, it's because that we age differently than you guys. You age like a nice, lovely stroll up of a rolling hill. Mm-hmm. We're more Route 66. 1 second. We're more Route 66 for 100 miles flat, and then we hit the wall.
No.
So I'm going to go to bed at like 79 and wake up 80, and then I'm going to look like Mr. Miyagi met Yoda.
I mean, but awesome.
With like the white hair. And then I'll start...
Your beard is this long.
This long, and I'll be wearing like these white robes, and I'll be
Great.
speaking in Confucius terms.
Yeah.
Like,
Please. I would welcome that.
Old I have become.
I wish I could do that. Could I just embody that? Just... Yeah,
no, I think you're aging just fine.
No, I am. It's me.
Yeah.
Acceptance is key.
So, yeah, and then...
Okay, but your oldest...
21.
Yeah, and then what were you saying about your oldest?
Yeah, we were talking about Greenland.
Greenland,
I was like, come on, how bad can it be? I mean, we can negotiate. Mm-hmm. Give us In and Out, maybe Wingstop. We leave the cornstarch and corn syrup over there. We have Ozempic anyway. Five Guys, I think, is Canadian, but I'm not sure. But
I don't know. We have it in the U.S.
It's great burgers, though. But
I'm a vegetarian, so
you know that's ancient Navajo for terrible hunter.
I did try fläskesteg, though. Like, I tried all the meats at julefrokost at our friend's place. I was like, all right, I'm going to try them all.
Oh, but I think that's cool that you have a little bit of a laissez-faire.
I don't live in black and white. Like, there has to, and if someone cooks for me, I will try it. Yeah. And I will eat it. So I don't cook meat myself, but like my kids eat meat. So
yeah. And your husband also vegetarian?
He's a little more laissez-faire. Sometimes not.
Veggie-flexible. Well, I mean, I think it's one of those things where I make fun of vegetarians and vegans, but in all fairness, I make fun of everybody.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Like, I also saw an Ennis Matheson interview, and he makes fun of everyone.
Of course.
And I forget what group of people. You know how DR, one of these TV shows, like invites famous people, and then they sit in front of a crowd of some kind of people. Like maybe they're all blind, or maybe I think this group was maybe blind, or yeah, I can't remember. And they asked him, like, why do you make fun of blind people? And he was like, very honestly and directly, I make fun of everybody, and that's how humor is. And you have to be able to. And I thought, wow, it was like bold, but also really honest. And
I think that
I appreciated that there is something like, can we all laugh at ourselves in some way and not just single out certain people?
I think it's one of those things a lot of comedians they tend to tiptoe around, is the whole punching down thing. But the question is that is it really punching down, or when is it punching down? And I think it's very up to the individual person listening, because you also, as a comedian, have to be able to see what crowd are you working with. It's like you go into the crowd and there's like nuns and priests. Oh crap! All those jokes, all the kiddie jokes go away. You know, it's like, oh. Or maybe if they're all Irish priests, then you know they're gonna have a laugh because they're liquored up anyway. Yeah. So again, it's the same thing with the stupid racist word. I mean, it's a word that's being thrown around so much. And I think I find myself stopping and going, are you really? For me, a racist is, you're looking at old school Germany concentration camps, or you're looking at people in white sheets that want to hang other people in trees and stuff like that. I mean, that's okay. That's clear. Yeah. The rest is just, you're just stupid.
Yeah.
You're an asshole. That's all.
Yeah. I think like as an American growing up, our culture is very like PC, and so there is like this shutting down of those kind of jokes, what's acceptable, what's not acceptable. But one thing I'm kind of curious about is like hygge-racisme in Denmark.
Yeah.
And if you've experienced that, I have a former colleague at the bakery, and her family, she was born here, but her parents are immigrants from Vietnam. And people would often say to her like, "Hvor det danske så godt?" And like, she's like, just smiles because, you know, she works in like a customer facing job, but it's like, yeah, I grew up here, I was born here, of course my Danish is good, like but people see a face and they think like, oh, how did you learn Danish?
Yeah. I mean, you can call it hygge racism. I think the Americans would call it positive racism.
Do we have that? I've never heard that term before.
It's the whole when you when I think there's been comedy skits about it where you have like a white couple and then they see an Asian couple and it's like, oh, where are you guys from? And then they'll say where they're from. I love Asian food. You know, they're trying too hard. It's basically just trying too hard to be nice. It has nothing to do with racism at all. It has something to do with they're taking something that is painfully obvious and they're making it into a really big deal. But they're trying to cover it up, and like it's also posturing at look how accepting I am. I'm not like those savages.
No, we must separate ourselves.
And instead of just like treating the person at face value, and for me, it just seems really tiresome to do something like that. And I get it all the time because people will look at me and they're like, oh, they're not really sure where he's from. Because I get the Mexican too sometimes.
Yeah, you're Latino also, right?
Exactly, but I wear a lot of flannel and Dickies.
Yeah.
So... yeah,
you're in like the Home Depot parking lot.
But I mean, I've had an old Spanish-speaking lady walk up to me late at night and just start yapping, asking for directions.
See, I think that's so cool that you can just blend in wherever you want.
It can work that way. I'm not so good at like Nazi party meetings, but you know, I don't really frequent them that often.
No, like stay away from those.
I mean, I do like Hugo Boss, but.
What's the reference there?
They're the ones that designed the SS uniforms for the German troops under the Second World War. Yeah, they look dapper.
I didn't even know Hugo Boss was that old.
Oh yeah, Adidas and Puma are also German from that time. Fanta is also like a Nazi soda.
Oh God, I have so much to learn about Europe.
Yeah, and BMW and Mercedes and all that. But I mean, come on, it was wartime. And that Hugo Boss uniforms, they were pretty damn
were they slick?
Spiffy. They were slick.
Of course.
There's just a lot of skulls. I mean...
like, fits in at Copenhagen?
Oh, yeah. I'm there pretty much every year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to play in a metal band myself.
No way.
I used to sing.
What were you guys called?
Among Wolves.
Among Wolves. We just got this a PlayStation. Because I wanted to like, if the kids are going to play video games, I want to do it like together in the stew, right? And there's, we got like a VR with it because we didn't want to support like Meta's VR, so we got like a PlayStation VR. And there's a Viking game, and it's all metal songs from like Epic Fest, and like they're real bands. My husband like knows all the words. I'm like, hello, like what do you? But I feel like that could have been. What about Wolves?
Among Wolves.
Among Wolves. So I'm gonna look.
It was inspired a lot by, I think, there's a famous guy from maybe up in your neck of the woods, Jesse Leach from the band Killswitch Engage. There was this whole bunch of bands from Massachusetts and New York that would play this metalcore where it was a lot of
That's amazing. Like being able to growl and then like sing, not damage your vocal cords. That's pretty cool.
It's not that difficult. It's just a question of...
It's from the outside. It's like magic.
It takes a lot of energy.
Yeah? Oh, okay.
And, but it can be done because usually when you learn how to sing, where you get hoarse is when you're finished singing and then someone comes up to you, great concert, man! Because then you're shouting from up here. That's when you get hoarse. But when you're shouting from here, then you're using your diaphragm.
Thank you.
So if you are going to shout, then...
You're reminding me of my music teacher. Sit up straight
Sit
from
up
your
straight.
diaphragm.
Brace yourself.
Do what I'm doing.
Yeah. And do all the unique New York.
Heck yeah.
Oh, yeah. I did all my vocal, like, training stuff before, and then all the la da 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 da. Then you go out there, and then it's
yeah. So you sang in English?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've never really done creative stuff in Danish. I've only started doing comedy in Danish now.
So. Is it different? Does it feel different for you?
I think a lot of my stuff translates because they're stories and not necessarily a punchline, more of like a punch story. Some of the stuff doesn't work. Like I have my cock's on Twitter joke.
Yeah.
And I go through the entire shtick of that. And then I said, my mom isn't happy that my cock is on Twitter. It's basically because my mom uses the term rooster. And that's the joke.
Yeah. And that doesn't work in Danish.
No, you can't do that.
Hein.
But the whole cock, but that's the kind of humor I like.
Yeah.
You know, it's a good, fun play of words. And just some of it can be more intelligent, some of it less. So.
What was it like? Okay, sorry, now I'm going to dial back. What was it like playing at Copenhagen?
Oh, I never played at Copenhagen. We never got there.
Okay.
We played in the small places around.
Cool.
And we were aiming for that, but then the band just kind of dispersed.
So was it just a natural, like...
Me and the drummer couldn't see eye to eye, so...
No.
Yeah.
Was there a big falling out?
Yeah, there was.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
That's hard. I feel like it's really hard when you break up with friends or some, like...
Well, I mean, with bands, it can also get really toxic because you're also more people in a band, and then those people might it's
like alliances of
or caught in the middle.
Yeah,
and you can kind of see like some of the band people. I'm not saying my band, but you can picture some situations where they're like kids in the middle because of the two people
Mommy
shouting.
And Daddy are fighting again. I must have done something wrong.
Yeah, Daddy's breath smells like I didn't hold the flashlight right. Smack.
I like when people crack themselves up. I'm really enjoying this.
Oh, it's just one of those dumb jokes. You know, the whole Daddy's breath smells like I'm not holding the flashlight, because a lot of people will be like, oh God, I know what that feels like, which is terrible. It's a great visual aid, isn't it? Yeah.
Thank you.
Good old blue collar dad coming home smelling like Bud Light. Gotta go fix the weed whacker, son. Fuck. I'm also good at making American stereotypes.
Bring it.
I love the stereotypes.
Yeah.
And New York, you have that lovely stereotype too. You know, kind of that really East Coast vibe, but not in really New York East Coast.
Yeah. The U.S. is so big. It's like so hard to pinpoint somebody somewhere, except Rhode Island. Rhode Island has like Boston and New York accents combined.
Yeah.
That you should work on a Rhode Island accent next.
Island. I will work on that till next time.
The worst of all worlds. I love you, Rhode Islanders.
No, you don't. What about Connecticut?
Connecticut. I still like say that in my head when I'm spelling it out.
Yeah, but I do it too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
I do
like
it to annoy other people.
Answer and Wednesday and Connecticut.
Connecticut.
You just learn them that way, and that's how you write them out.
Do you say Arkansas to piss people off?
No.
I do that very often. I had a friend that was from Arkansas.
Yeah.
And you could see her left eye would twitch. Are you from Little Rock, Arkansas?
Wow.
Yeah.
You gotta let it go.
No.
I
love those things. I hold on to those things. They're the precious little. They're my Gollum ring.
Messing with friends, precious.
Yes. As soon as you find that little weak spot, then you just Yep. That's good. It's good fun. You should try.
It's good friendship.
Like if you have a friend that one leg is shorter than the other, then just like. So, do you want to walk over by the bike path so you can walk straight? Because I'm assuming you'd walk in a circle. With your leg.
That's just a hygge fornærmelse.
Oh, yeah. No, but it also gives me high levels of pleasure and releasing of endorphins.
Do they find your weak spots too? Or is it like a one-way?
Yeah, it's like, oh, shut up, you're short, you're Asian. You're not funny. That's a terrible one.
That would hurt, right?
Yeah, that hurts. No. The worst one I've heard. Normally, nothing phases me. Someone said, "God damn it, act your age."
Did that bother you?
That hurt me. Like,
what age did they think you were? I would ask
I was
that.
I was probably acting slightly immature.
Yeah.
And I said, "I am Gen X. I used to be feral. We weren't given any supervision. We didn't know what to do with this adulthood."
Oh, act your age.
Yeah, that's a terrible one. That one hurts. Then I answered. I said, "Fine." Yeah.
That's a good response.
Yeah, poopy pants. Yep. So
I live with a bunch of guys, so I hear like those things all the time.
both dad and how many sons?
2 boys.
Ooh, 2 boys. Yeah. Ooh, the queen had princes.
Yes.
Oh.
I'm just one of the guys.
Did you want a girl?
No. I didn't want anything in particular. It's just a child.
Oh, so it was just basically rape? Oh, no, sorry.
Not like that. No.
No.
It was like...
It was consensual.
I feel like you can't have expectations about what your child is going to be because that's just a recipe for disappointment.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's like, we want it to be a surprise, right? It's one of those things. How can... A surprise would be if it came out of pterodactyl. You're going to have a child.
Yeah. Though our second was born like so quickly that and we didn't know if it was going to be a boy or a girl. And I was just so glad that it was over as I like almost didn't make it to the hospital. And then like 5 minutes later, they're like, "Do you want to know if it's a boy or a girl?" And I was like, "Oh yeah. What do we got over there?"
But it's number 2, so you're really laissez-faire.
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, got it. Pizza now. Yeah. So the first one was a bit rough. Were they both born here?
No, one was born in DC and one was born in Boston.
Okay.
I don't have any anchor babies in Denmark yet, though.
No.
I had that thought cross my mind, like, can you have an anchor baby?
Well,
because like in the U.S. Yeah, no.
And then they ship you off, and then the baby can stay here.
Exactly. That's messed up.
Yeah. And right now, I mean, with ice going around, you know what? They're probably going to make a mistake, and they'll probably send Maduro back to... Hey, brown guy, leave. What? ¿Cómo estás?
How'd you get here?
Get out.
We're going to send you to a random other country that's not your home.
They'll drop him off in Mexico.
Yeah.
Maybe like,
great, new start.
Yeah, like, okay.
New chance to take over and ruin everything.
Oh gosh, that is fun. But yes, so speaking of you gave birth in America.
Yes.
No, let's
Can't wait to see where this is going.
Let's go into some of the. No, don't worry. We'll keep it PC. Differences between like the American hospital and healthcare and the Danish. What are your observations about that?
It's hard because I haven't really experienced the same things in Denmark, right? But in the U.S., like there's no family leave basically. I mean, it depends on what state you're in. There's, I think maybe a minimum federal one, but it's super low. I think when I gave birth, it was 6 weeks. Maybe in the state I was in. So I mean, some people go back after like days.
But can it be the company itself, like private, and give you?
They could, but I don't know how many are doing that. So I saved up like all my sick leave and my vacation leave, and like took extra maternity leave there, like sick time. So I had maybe like 4 months at home. And then you give like your tiny baby to a stranger and you're like, please take care of them. I'm going to go to work and try to pump and do all this stuff, Yeah. We've had good experiences with Danish healthcare. So I know there are drawbacks, but like I've had positive experiences and been very thankful for. It was very funny. Like I had like 2 years ago, I bit my lip and I got a cyst there, which I didn't even know could happen. It was like a hard lump under the surface and it was really irritating. So I called my doctor, my like assigned doctor, on my yellow card. And they were on vacation like for the summer, like for several weeks. And there was a number to call and I was pretty new. So I'm like listened 7 times to the phone to get the number that I had to call while they were closed. Finally got the number down, called, and they're like, oh, it's only for like acute, like serious situations, so just wait till your doctor's back. I'm like, okay. So I call back in like several weeks and they're like, yeah, you can just go to an ear, nose, and throat specialist. They'll take care of it. Yeah. You don't even need a referral. I'm like, oh, okay. So I went in and they were like, we can just take that out right now if you want. And I was like, okay. Did it, sutured it up. And then I'm like, okay, so I assume I'm going to need to pay something because it's a specialist. And they're like, you pay taxes, right? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, have a great day.
Yeah.
I literally was like thanking them as I backed out of the office. Like, thank you, you fixed me.
Yeah. And that's basically what it is.
Yeah.
And for people who don't know, the reason why you're also here is that because you have this lovely Instagram page where you're Nearly Danish Dame, and where you do a lot of little skits and explanations of differences in Denmark and from English to Danish and stuff.
Yeah.
It's just so people know
Thank you, because otherwise it's really, they're like, who's this lady here? They're talking about a
person?
lot of weird stuff.
It's like,
I try to focus on like language stuff because I think there's quite a lot of Americans in Denmark who do cool cultural or just life blog stuff.
Yeah.
So I pretty much I don't share a lot about like daily life. I share in my stories things that I'm up to and those kinds of things, but I don't generally share about like family stuff or that kind of stuff. But I try to stay in my lane of like language learning.
Yeah, exactly. And I like that you do that because it also becomes apparent to me when it's like, oh yeah, that's actually right.
It's super fun. I love the Danes follow and they're like, I never thought about that. It's really cool to see your mother tongue through someone's eyes, like someone else's eyes when they're learning it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what was hardest for you when it comes to the Danish language? Because I think you're doing a really bang up job.
Thank you. I mean, it's just pronunciation is still really hard. I think learning as a 40-ish-year-old person, starting learning, someone who isn't great with accents or doesn't have spoer, that sounds like good. Thank you, but the vowels are super hard.
Yeah.
For my American, and like I took some one-on-one like tutoring at a language school to try to improve my pronunciation. It was great. It was with a linguist, and we huggled us.
Was he a cunning linguist?
But she had all these tips where I thought I was doing really great with pronunciation, but I'd say like her, like mal, I'm like Hainsk, and she's like that's like too much. Like it's her. It's like super chill, and I'm like, you hear that Danish is in your throat, but it's not really.
No, it's this weird mid-range
back and forth, and like
forth.
A lot actually like up here, and I don't know. So I think zeroing in, I started with like apps, and that's a very shaky foundation for Danish. Is like Duolingo, where you're learning these crazy sentences. Yeah. So I think it's mostly pronunciation that's like the hardest thing, and confidence, and I think this is for everybody. Is like confidence as an adult learner in a place where it's really hard to practice because everyone switches to English.
Yeah.
And that it's just can be really like demoralizing.
How do you feel about Danes when they are like, oh, no, it's okay, we speak English? Do you get, and now I want you to be completely honest, and you're not going to offend anybody, because I feel this way. I feel that Danes think that they speak English a little too well than what they're actually, they believe they're better at it.
I think they're fantastic, but there's definitely mistakes, and I hear them all the time as a native English speaker. Yeah. But I would never ever like stop them in the middle of what they're saying and correct them.
Oh, I do that.
Or like, I just think sometimes people will do that to my Danish, which is fine because I like to learn and I welcome that, and I invite people and I say like, I want you to correct me, but not everyone wants that. So yeah. Yeah.
It's one of those, Danes love speaking English, and they've definitely become so much better, even the older crowd. And a lot of them are good at almost getting rid of the accent.
Yeah.
Some English speakers will even hear me and say there's a little hint somewhere. They can't
Your
place
English
it.
is really good.
But I do a lot. I use my English a lot, and therefore I kind of hold on to that so I don't get those little, because then I will end up sounding like this.
Yeah.
I speak Danish.
Yeah.
Not. Yeah.
But I think like I hear a lot, oh, your Danish is so good. You just need to like work on your accent. Just get rid of that accent. And I think for a long time that was my goal. Like I was just like, I need to sound Danish. I was really preoccupied with it. But now I realize that's not my goal. Like I'm always going to have an accent at my age, and who cares? Yeah. And and Danes do have an accent when they speak English.
Of course.
Everyone has one.
Yeah.
And so I just think like I'm coming to terms with that and accepting that and trying to, when I hear other people speak English with an accent, I also am like, first of all, I have no problem understanding them. But second, I think I often am like amazed that they have learned my language. Like I can't speak Nigerian or I can't speak whatever. So thank you for meeting me where I am.
Yeah.
And I think people want to be able to do that with Danish, even if they don't have to. Like they want to be able to meet Danes where they are because, and I notice like with my friends that speak Danish, that you learn different things about your friends in their native tongue and you reach different places in your friendship through Danish.
Yeah.
So,
and you get, Danes can be, especially when you're older, they can be really tough to get closer to and consider them and have them friends. And if you think we're bad or Danes are bad, the Finnish people are even worse. But once you're in there, then you get some really, really good, what do you call them? Good connections and good
friends
friendships.
for life.
Exactly. Yeah. But it's, again, one of those Danish things, and you'll probably nod. Danes are very, you can't just drop by.
Yeah.
I love doing that to my friends.
Do you?
It's just in the neighborhood. Like, oh, God!
I would love to do that. I also, I feel like I hear like Danes aren't spontaneous, right? But also it's very maybe intimate to invite someone home. Whereas in the US, like I'm just like, hey, I just met you. Like come over for like I'm having a party or come over to this. And like we invited everyone in our opgang to our Thanksgiving party where we invite literally almost every person we know.
Were there any Native Americans there too?
No. Would love that.
Shame.
Do you know any? You could pass for one.
Oh yeah, I'll come down there and I'll be culturally appropriate. Oh, Brooke. Brooke is a good Native American name.
You can translate
after
for
a
us.
stream. I have traveled many moons to be
Thank
here.
you. Oh,
Oh my
awful.
God.
Oh my God.
The whole, what are they called?
Awful.
What do they call something nation? The whole Native nation, whatever they're called. Like, hey!
What the hell, man? Yeah. So we invited like everyone we knew, probably like 50 people came in this tiny apartment throughout the afternoon, coming and going. And we invited everyone in the upgang and nobody came. And there's only like 6 people. But we thought, oh, we don't know anybody. Like, let's invite them over. And I think they were all like, whoa, you don't know us. Like, and we tried to be like, this is low key. Stop by. You don't have to stay long. Just pop in and say hi. And my Danish friends were like, no, you need to like invite them over for like a coffee with like an hour window and then like.
Which is horrible.
So I was like, okay, I'll try again.
I mean, it's one of those things that I don't like about the Danes. But also my parents live in a very suburb, really suburbia, 20 minutes north of here. And my mom they live in one of those row houses that are, it's I don't know what you call them in American. All the houses are connected.
Yeah, row houses.
Yeah.
Rækkehus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dygtig. And she treats that house like an Asian house. That means that the door is always open in the summer, and all the neighbors kids and the neighbors will just come in. And Danes don't do that. So my mom has you can't say potty trained them, has guest trained them.
Yeah,
I
neighbor
guess.
trained.
Neighbor trained. Yes, neighbor trained them all. And it's just one of those things with Danes that I just.
But they probably all love it that she does it, right?
Oh yeah.
But they wouldn't do it themselves, right?
Probably not.
Because I think like when we first were coming from my husband's job, his boss was like, hey, just so you know, we would love to come by your place anytime for dinner. And you could probably invite us like 10 times and we'd come, but we'll probably never invite you home at our house. It's just like the way Danes are. I'm like, okay. Thanks for being so direct.
I think that was a bit wrong because I think a lot of Danes would feel obligated to
reciprocate.
Exactly.
Okay.
Danes are very fair and just people.
Thank you. It's nice.
A Dane, including myself, if I'm driving at 2 a.m. at night and I don't have a dead prostitute in my trunk and the light is red and there's no cars, I'll stop.
Yeah.
Because that's the right thing to do.
It's the rules. Them's the rules.
Yeah. But as soon as you get on a bicycle in Copenhagen, Rules are a town in...
It's next to
North Carolina. Yeah. It's just like, fuck that. And then they turn into raging, outgoing maniacs.
Oh. Okay. I see that.
You ride a bike in Copenhagen.
I do ride a bike in Copenhagen.
And the first time you rode a bike in Copenhagen, how did you feel? How much anxiety?
Yeah, it was super stressful, especially on like Nopogel, where there's like a billion cyclists. But I still stop at the red lights because I'm afraid of getting like arrested in Denmark and getting kicked out of the country over like a red light on a bike violation. So I'm like, yeah,
but that's good. I mean, it happens, especially in Nørrebrogel. My daughter, eldest, used to go to that school that's close to the church.
Yeah.
That's in Nørrebrogel.
Yeah.
She went to that school there, Sankt Ascars.
Yeah, like right where the street dead ends there.
Yes, and that place, they had to have police officers to stand there in the morning because what do you call them, crossing guards?
Yeah, the kid ones that stand out there.
They got hit by bicyclists. Because the bicyclists,
yeah.
They don't obey the straight and narrow on the Nørrebrogel. I've missed speaking Danglish with someone. So
Velkommen til.
Velkommen til. Yeah, we'll talk about Nørrebrogel.
Danish is my favorite language. Danglish.
To English?
Danglish.
Oh,
sorry,
my mom and dad, my mom and I still talk that way.
Good.
And sometimes when I was younger and I lived at home, and my mom would say to my little brother and says, go get Bam Bam. He has to set the table for dinner. So then my brother would, kom nu ned, du skal dække bord. I'm like, all right, 5 minutes. And my brother would go back, 5 minutter. And then he was younger, so Danish, his English isn't as natural as mine. So he'd be Danish. And then I'd come down there, and then I'd look at my brother and go, Jesus, didn't you put the fucking tallerken?
Yeah.
And then it would just...
It's very natural, right?
And Danes that would be there if I had a girlfriend over, and they would just watch this linguistic chaos just ensue.
It's fun.
And they just, oh my God, what's going on?
My kids are really into Danglish right now. And I think it's because so when we moved here, they were at an international school because we didn't know how long we'd be here and what the plan was going to be. And then after 2 years, they moved into a Danish school. Mm-hmm. So it's been like a year and a little bit where they've been immersed. And it's been up and down and hard, and they're doing great. But we still speak English at home. Of course. But more and more Danish is creeping in. Like they just bring home random words and throw them in, and it's super cute. And when they do speak Danish, it's so cute and it's amazing. I'm like, your Danish accent is incredible. And my youngest is like, added it.
Yeah, they're so resilient. How old are they?
10 and 13 now. Okay. Yeah, so it was kind of like the cusp of being easy, I think, to train. We were like, it's now or never. And
good call.
It felt like very important to do so that they could be part of society and have friends and all kinds of stuff. But
how was their transition? How old were they when you guys came here?
So it was like 3 years ago, so like 6 and 9-ish.
Oh, yeah. So it was before puberty, so that was good.
Yeah.
Easier. I think puberty, that's what hit me. That was bad. Because when you hit puberty, it's just, you're dealing with so much crap to begin with.
Yes.
And and
that was how we really
kids
felt.
Kids are cruel that age.
Yeah, that was how we felt at like 12, 13 is like the cusp of being able to just come into a new school. Like being a teenager is hard enough.
Oh, yeah.
And then having to learn a whole new language, and it's Danish.
Yeah. Oh, God, yeah.
Well, it's just cruel.
Such a difficult, stupid language. When I can understand people like yourself coming in and just getting so frustrated with and saying, this stupid potato mouth language, you know?
Yeah.
But how did so was it Rugårds or was it...
no, it's called Bjorn's. It's even littler.
Bjorn's? Okay.
Yeah, do you know it?
That's a private one, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a pretty...
It's just a little... I mean, it was the only one that had space. Because we moved because we were like coming... Okay, the boys had never been to Denmark. And we were like, we thought we would never be able to move here because we had tried to find jobs. It wasn't happening. And we're like, you know what? Let's just go on vacation for a month and like play that we live here.
Yeah.
So we had planned a vacation for a month, and then my husband got a job and we had already had the vacation plan. So we just came on vacation and then stayed. But school started like during vacations, and it was in August. So we're like, surprise, guys.
Wow.
Talk
about hoodwinked.
Yeah. And they were like, what? I thought we were on vacation.
Oh, my friends are what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, there's Friday Slick. There's this thing where they eat candy on Friday.
Yeah. And you don't have to wear a bag, school bag with like bulletproof plates in there.
Oh, that's heartbreaking.
I had to. I'm sorry. That was a low blow.
Speaking of bullets, is that a gun in the corner?
It's just an airsoft.
What does that mean?
It's a toy, but it's a replica model of what I have in the National Guard. Yeah. So I use it for indexing and practicing.
What does indexing mean?
It's when you put it up to your shoulder.
Yeah.
And you have to get your sight picture.
Okay.
So it's just for mock-ups to keep the rhythm in, because we only meet every Monday.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like the local militia meeting up here over at Billy Bob's house.
How did you decide to join?
It's a weird story, actually. I've always been I'm really interested in military stuff, war movies, especially the American military, which I have I don't like what they do, but the individuals there, I think they're pretty cool, and their stories also about. I put a lot of weight on veterans that have come back that have problems with that.
Yeah.
That's one of those things that's pretty close to my heart. I have an old friend. I also had him on the podcast. He was in Afghanistan twice for the Danish army, and the stories he tells them, and he's about my age. And when I was 18 in Denmark, we have the conscription. Mm-hmm. And I was at school at that time taking my IBB, my International Business Baccalaureate. So I was an 18-year-old kid.
Yeah, life was good, easy.
Full of piss and vinegar.
I mean, it's hard, but you're
not big head thinking, little head thinking. So I went in there and I was like, fuck this shit. And then all depending on what's going on in the world at the time, you go in and you pull a number. And if there's a lot of stuff going on in the world, well, they'll need more. Then they'll broaden the number range. But this was 98, so there wasn't much going on. So I was lucky I pulled a number, so I was like, okay, fine. I don't have to do anything. I checked out health-wise. And my dad said I couldn't be like a Jaeger or a frogman because of my eyesight. I've got bad eyes. So then I was like, screw that. If I can't be that, then I'm not going to waste my time on anything like that. And then what happens is that 2001 comes along and that tragedy happened. And then a lot of guys my age, they got sent out and they wanted to. And the funny thing is that looking back, in the beginning I said, oh, I would have loved to have joined them. But at the same time, I'm glad that I didn't. But I always had that yearning to go back. And then I had a colleague who was he's a sergeant in there, and he kind of shanghaied me. The whole pyramid scheme type thing. Come on. I felt like a
it's like Amway.
Like you're prospecting to be in a 1% biker club. Because they'll woo you first, and they're like, come on, it'll be great. You'll get a uniform. You'll look really great. Come on in. And then as soon as you get that prospect jacket on, you're a piece of shit.
Now you're sleeping outdoors in Yulin.
Maggot! Come here, maggot! And no, not in Denmark, man. I mean, even the army in Denmark has just gotten so soft. They're not allowed to yell at them anymore.
Yeah.
And they only yell when there's something dangerous happening, which is just sad. I would have wanted a bit more discipline. And I always wanted...
You wanted to be yelled at.
I wanted to feel that.
Yeah.
I wanted to feel...
to be hazed.
And that discipline that came with when you're doing... I mean, I want the discipline and the yelling at when it's justified. You don't want to get hazed and yelled at just for...
You don't need a fraternity.
The classic boot camp drill sergeant, what is your name, private?
Yeah.
So it was just...
Bam, bam, sir.
Bam, bam, sir. I'm named after a little ultraviolet retarded caveman. So you want to hear a funny story about Bam Bam?
Yeah.
It was my cousin on my mom's side. Her elder sister had... a boy and girl, and the boy is 6 weeks older than me, and the daughter was 4 or 5 years older than me and my cousin. And she was a Flintstones fan. When my mom was pregnant, she went, if it's a girl, she has to be Pebbles. Oh, I thought that was amazing. And I came out a boy, and he goes, it has to be Bam Bam. And I used this joke in stand-up, and she also named my cousin her brother. You know what she named him? Mark Antonius. The
Okay.
Roman strategist.
dang.
I got the
You
fun.
got Bam Bam.
I got the fun name. The little retarded caveman.
Yeah, and do they match your personalities?
I think they did. They did. He's much more. He's got the much more intelligent
How did she come
stuff.
up with that?
Yeah. She liked the Roman Empire and she liked Flintstones. I guess I got the Flintstones part of it.
Wow.
So yeah. So that was.
So that's your nickname
Yeah.
since you were
My cousins
little.
in Malaysia still call me Bam Bam
Yeah.
or Bams.
cute.
So it just stuck.
Bamse?
No, it was worse when I got to Denmark because then Bambi came into picture.
Oh, wow.
And I realized pretty soon in life that Bambi was also a cheap Las Vegas prostitute.
Yeah.
And also
Yeah.
a deer.
Yeah. Also that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The deer thing was fine, but I didn't like that one. But Bam Bam was always something that was close to my heart. So that was the nickname for that.
That's cool. I always wanted a nickname. I feel like I've had some nicknames, but nothing that like stuck my whole life.
Yeah, I mean, you got to join groups that will give people nicknames.
I need Australian friends.
Yeah. Well, then basically, if you're a man, you're just a mad cunt. The C word, that's one of those American things where you guys have trouble with that.
Don't say that word.
And the Australians, it's a term of endearment. It's so weird. The British are
But they also say it kind of cute.
Well, come on, the Australian accent is sexy.
It is.
Hands down.
Yes.
It's sexy.
I studied in Australia when I was a young woman.
Oh, that sounds like one of those stories that we'll have off camera if the kiddies are listening.
I had a nickname,
What was it?
Boof.
Boof?
Which, yes, it's because I
Yay,
saw.
boof.
Yeah, it was because I guess it's the same like boof, like meathead. It
Yeah.
means like meathead. And I saw like a headline about some Aussie rules football player or something, and the headline was like boof. And I was like, that sounds so cute. And they're all like, no, you're boof now.
You're both now. Yeah, the Australians will do that. They'll always find an excuse because they're like one of those people that we're just here for a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're nice, reasonable, got a beautiful place down there.
Well, I mean, it's also a big place. There's a lot
Yeah.
there's a lot of desolate places,
Yeah.
look like Arizona.
Yeah. It's a big desert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I think the greatest comparison I heard was it's if Texas and England had a baby. And what do you call it? A baby out of wedlock. If Texas and England had an illegitimate
child.
bastard
Okay.
kid, Australia. Yeah.
Hey, I guess I kind of see that.
Yeah. Because they're kind of rowdy when they need to be rowdy, but they can also be really charming. Maybe I'll take London, East Side London, maybe not like the proper Notting Hill area.
No.
Well, not the
rowdy
Queen's
ones.
English. Yeah, the rowdy Brits and Texas had a baby.
I like that.
Yeah.
I wonder what Aussies would say about that.
I
If
think
we
they
floated
love
that
it.
with them.
Yeah, I think I've seen some podcasts where Aussies went over to meet some dudes in San Antonio, and they had themselves a good old time
Oh.
because they just connected on that level.
Yeah.
The
that's
hospitality,
Yeah.
and just that openness,
Yeah.
and the banter. I think the Americans needed to kind of get used to some of the banter because the Australian banter can be, it can get rough, you know. But yeah, so you studied in Australia too.
Yeah.
What did you study there?
I was just there for a semester in undergrad.
Okay.
Yeah. So I studied like economics, environmental studies.
Of course.
Yeah.
No wonder you're a vegetarian.
Yes. I haven't always been.
So what turned you?
I've ebbed and flowed. Like different times of life I have been and haven't been. And
I get it. I truly do. I think in Denmark we're a lot more fortunate also that we're so small, but we have a lot of weight on animal welfare. It could be better still, but like if you see eggs, you can't get caged eggs anymore. They're gone. You can get skrabeæg, which I think is I can't remember what.
See, I didn't know this about Denmark. I know in the US it'll say like cage free, but then they like never leave the building.
Yeah. But in Denmark, there's really strict rules that they all have to abide from. I mean, we do still have cheaper meats where they're not as well treated, but there's a tendency to be more thoughtful about that.
Yeah. I think for me, it's an ethical thing, and I just don't want to eat an animal that's been killed. And we used to have chickens in the U.S., and I think once I had chickens, and I saw their personalities and stuff, it just became like super hard to imagine me killing one. And I thought, well, if I can't, then I don't want to just be making someone else do it on my behalf.
But chickens are ruthless killers.
Oh my God, they're so sweet. I mean, yeah, they peck each other in pecking order, but they all have personalities.
But have you seen them when they get a mouse? They turn into raptors.
Yeah. I have not. I never saw that, but
I'm glad you.
But they would eat like gross bugs, like stink bugs and stuff. I'd catch them in the house and I'd like run out and give it to them, and they'd be like, "Meow."
But those eggs were probably really good too.
Yeah, they were amazing.
Good free range eggs. When they're eating different stuff, you get wholesome.
Yeah, they were like super orange, and like the outsides were like gorgeous colors. Were like blue. We had like blue eggs, brown eggs.
Yeah, all depending on what they eat.
There was one time though, they sit in a little nesting box to lay their eggs, and one time they usually start making noise like when they've just laid an egg. So I like went out there, and one was in the process of laying an egg, and I like watched it come out. It was the weird. I just happened to be like standing there, and it was just like boop, and I was like watching a child being born, but it was like an egg. Like, I'm sorry, thank you. Like,
it's just a menstrual cycle.
The miracle of birth.
I hope you were one of those kids that took the egg in and thought that if you put it under a lamp, all you're doing is just slowly boiling it.
No. But it was just also right out the poop chute too. Yeah. It's like the same thing.
Cloaca.
Yeah. But is that also drain?
It's everything.
In Danish.
Yeah, cloac.
So it must be the same idea.
Everything.
The waste chute.
Yes, it is the waste chute, if you may. Yeah, yeah, and that's basically.
Next time I see like the people that work on the cloaca, I'm gonna imagine like the poop chute of a chicken.
Just see a huge egg come out of the manhole.
That'd be amazing.
just like other fowl. So what were things that were difficult when you came to Denmark, and what were the things that you just thought, oh my God, this is so much better? Well, the general differences.
I mean, so many things function better. The biking is incredible. I think that's probably the thing we fell in love with the most. And I mean, having the bike in the US, we biked places.
But it can be dangerous in the US.
It's so dangerous. Yeah. And people yell at you. Yeah. Like, even if you're doing nothing wrong, I'd had men roll. I had a woman roll down the window once while I was biking down a street with the kids in the Christiania bike. Yeah. It was a 15-mile-an-hour street. I don't know what kilometers that is, but it's like walking speed. And it was like, 15 miles per hour. And she was like, "You're in danger." She rolled down the window and said, "You're endangering the lives of your kids." Oh yeah. And I was just like, "Excuse me?"
Already on the phone to child services.
Like, thanks for your unsolicited opinion. And then I had like grown men roll down their windows on their trucks and be like, "Get the hell out of the road." Nobody wants you on the road. They don't want you on the sidewalk. Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah. And it's dangerous. I mean, my husband's been hit like several times, twice, 3 times by cars.
It's not a culture there.
No. And here, like, sure, you need to be aware of your surroundings, but you can bike places safely.
Well, I think if you really want to get down to brass tacks, the common enemy for you is other bicyclists. If you're not keeping an eye, because you'll have people that will just swerve in and out. Usually young boys on like their fixie bikes or whatever, and then you have tourists that don't. Yeah. That one can get rough.
Give a wide berth to those donkey bikes and lime bikes.
Or the ones that are just walking that step out onto the bike path, because a bike path is not something that everybody has. Yeah. So the biking is a culture here, and yes, we're very nice, but when we get on our bikes, we can turn into maniacs. And if you steal our bikes, we wish upon you a hell that is so deep, that is below where you'll put the dictators and the pedophiles. There's a special place in hell for the people. I mean, I have hot, wet dreams about catching a bike thief at my bike.
How many bikes have you had stolen?
I've only had like 3 or 4.
3 or 4?
Yeah. I have my bikes always in the basement, and I have a good quality chain on them. And I have a bike for casual use. And I have my gravel racing bike if I'm going to bike to work or bike back. Okay. And they're always kept in some place.
Oh, I'm so worried because we just keep ours like in the little parking spot, but it's just the back wheel locked. That's dumb, right? Like it's like I'm just waiting. Someone just drive in the night and like haul them all in the back of a truck.
Yeah, they'll do that.
Oh gosh, I'm gonna go home now and get my other lock.
But you don't have either a basement or you have what are they? A courtyard is goal.
Yeah, I'm in goal.
In goal.
No, yeah. It's a goal, but it still has like a driveway that goes in, so it's just open.
Okay, in this close to this area?
No,
we won't get into that.
I'll tell you after.
Yes,
it's. Okay. I mean, it's Copenhagen area, but I like generally don't share where I live.
You shouldn't either. Yeah, I do it too because then
the crazies come.
Yeah,
right?
I love them. I love the crazies.
I'm friends with this person now, but on my Instagram, I at one point shared a picture from like a window or something of something, and somebody wrote to me and was like, "Oh, you must live at the corner of such and such and such and such," and I was like, "Holy shnikes, I don't want people to know this."
Yeah,
So
yeah, I welcome a home invasion.
You're just waiting there with your rifle.
Get my helmet on and go, "Oh boy, you're in for a good time, eh?" That was Canadian. I don't know why I did that.
You should apologize if you're Canadian. I mean,
sorry about that.
Yeah, they're very nice people who apologize.
Exactly, and they have great healthcare.
Yeah, better than ours. Well, in the U.S.
Well, your healthcare is also, again, speaking of Danish. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I should say if you have money in the U.S. or a job, you have generally good healthcare.
Yeah.
But the problem is if you lose your job or you have one bad choice, and then everything goes to heck, you know.
Well, land of opportunity is the higher you fly, the lower or the farther you fall, I guess. So, I mean, unless you come from old money.
Yeah.
So,
I think like I would like to have a annual checkup, which is like what we would do in the US, and check your blood work, talk to your doctor about whatever issues you have going on holistically. And here it seems like you have 15 minutes and you have one problem you can talk about. Yeah. And if you have another ailment, you need to come back another day for another 15-minute increment, take off work.
That could be your doctor, because I've gotten a couple. I kind of save up on like injuries and stuff like that. And I actually had I wouldn't say a bad experience with my doctor. Let's just say it was one of those experiences where it didn't come out to my favor. I found out that I had a young, like 20-something-year-old, kind of like a sports doctor. She was always walking around in workout leggings and stuff like that, really sporty, good and fit and everything. And I from jiu-jitsu and from working out and training, and it's just everything was hurting and I was feeling tired. So I said, I want to get my T levels checked, because I wanted to see if I needed some testosterone replacement therapy. And the gall on this young girl, and she's checking my elbow and stuff like that, and she gives me this. And she says, "Søde skat, der andre, der har brug for det her mere end dig." And for that people, for the English speakers, it was
I liked that.
"Oh, sweetheart, there are people that need this way more than you do." And I was like, I turned into a little child. I went, "Thank you." But it didn't come out to my favor because I was pissed, and she wouldn't even take my blood test. And then I kept pushing for that because it's just everything hurts.
Yeah.
And then I finally got it checked out, and then everything was okay. I was just...
So did you switch doctors ultimately?
No,
or no?
I mean, she's cool. I just got pissed off.
You just had to push?
Yeah, I had to push for the blood test and she was absolutely sure that my T levels were fine. The levels that we generally see in Denmark that they peg on men, I believe is wrong. I think it's too low.
This is not my wheelhouse.
No. Your husband will probably know. It's a good thing to get checked out, at least.
Okay.
For just longevity.
Yeah.
Yeah. And make him strong like bull. So, but it was just one of those.
I want to be strong like bull.
Well, you can go on TRT too. You'll turn into like the She-Hulk and stuff like that.
Nearly Danish.
Just run around with an Austrian accent. Come on, get out of here. Come on, get to the chopper. Get to the Christiania bike.
Then my Danish accent will be better if I can get that cadence.
Yes.
I need that cadence.
Yeah, exactly. And you'll be yelling all the time.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah.
For that.
My old bass player from the metal band transitioned from female to male. And she wasn't one of those people that would yap about it. It was just something that was important to that person. And when that person got on testosterone, I got this message. I get it. I go, what do you mean? I know why you guys act the way that you do. And it was just one of those really cool little things because it was never something that was discussed.
Yeah.
It's just, I get it.
Yeah.
I know what it's like to be a dude. And not awesome. A guy, but a dude.
Yeah.
Because it's just, you get that. It's this is why men invent stuff like jackass and do the whole hold my beer thing.
Yeah.
And it's because of testosterone. And when there's a little bit too much of it, then you can see your boys. Don't worry. They're going to come home and with an arm in the cast. What did you do? And then they're going to say something completely wacky. And you go, why? And the only explanation is it seemed like a really good idea at the time. Mm-hmm. So you
look forward to that.
You're going to look forward to that. It'll be fun.
I'll like flash back to this moment.
Yes.
Bam Bam's voice said it, in my head.
The old ancient wise Bam Bam.
You'll have a long white beard in my memory.
Yes, and I'll say stupid stuff like, stick that does not come back. Oh, wait, I ruined that one.
Was it a boomerang?
Yeah, boomerang that does not come back is called stick. Yeah.
Like that. Oh. There's more. We'll come back to that.
So what else has been like a big cultural difference for you guys? Tiny things, big things?
Tiny things, big things. Oh, I feel like I should have made a list before this. You should have sent me stuff.
I like catching you off guard.
Thank you. I just feel like it's hard to understand how the entire systems work of everything. But I think that's just moving to a new place. It's like I'm constantly like, oh, that's how you do that. Like I've been doing that wrong for like years. And there's just also a lot of things I don't realize that we are eligible for because no one tells us.
Yeah.
Like there's like money you get for kids.
Yeah.
Like
you have to. You should look into that. Yeah.
Well, I did, and now I get it. But I'm like, nobody tells you that.
Yeah, and when you're a part of society here and you're contributing, then you should get all of those stuff. I mean, it's one of those things where it's given to you gladly it's like, thank you for doing this, for being a part of this. And Americans have to understand that our welfare system is not a socialist. Yes, it may seem socialist, but it's funded by capitalism.
100%,
our companies here pay company tax. And the companies are also contributing to your vacation just as the state does. So it's a great symbiotic relationship between the private sector and the state. So it doesn't seem like welcome to Moscow. You know, there's no socialist feel. Well, what about, what was the first store? I'm going to ask, this is a twofold question.
Oh, okay.
What was the first, let's say, convenience store you visited here to buy goods? And do you remember that?
Like, what is a convenience store here?
Like Netto.
Oh,
or all these,
there was
there
was an Irma near our Airbnb.
You uppity little.
I know. When we first moved here, we didn't have a place to live, so we lived in an Airbnb. And it was right near Tove Helena. Oh. And there was an Irma right there.
Yeah.
Okay. First of all, like, why is everything wrapped in plastic here?
It's something new
which is like, okay, that was one surprising thing. There's just way less selection here. That's like, I know we have a lot of waste in the U.S., but there's just infinite options. Anything you could want to eat, like a billion cereals and things like that. And then like the small talk, like we do chat in the grocery store.
Yeah.
Well, and I like that.
And you should keep doing that.
Yeah.
And I do that too.
Yeah.
And don't ever let go of that because that's such an ingrained part of you. And you should never let go of that because it's uplifting. And a smile, Victor Bo, a famous old Danish comedian, said, the shortest distance between two people is a smile.
No.
And a smile, I mean, you just do that, and I mean, it's one of those great things. But what about like the quality of the goods?
Are you looking for a certain answer?
No, I'm kind of pushing that the quality in Denmark is better than.
Do you think it is?
I want to believe.
I don't. There's probably better ingredients in a lot of the foods here because it's just like more. There's still a ton of processed foods. Oh my God, there's so many chips and things like that.
Yeah.
But in terms of like produce, I grew up in upstate New York near Wegmans. And if anybody knows Wegmans, like there's like a nice grocery store.
It's like a farmer's market type deal, isn't it?
It's God, it's like this huge, I don't even know what goes on behind the scenes, but I grew up near the mothership Wegmans, which was the first one. And now they're like all over. There's so much produce. I mean, it's all amazing produce. And I kind of feel like we ate better in the US. Like, I know that's crazy. It's like we have trouble finding the foods we used to eat here, even though things are very similar, they're not quite the same.
No. Like, for example? Do you have any
examples? I mean, I was
just
thinking like curry, the spice. Something about it is like sweet here. It's like not the same curry. It must be like two different curries, but I cannot find the curry that I want to make like curry carrots with. It's just, it makes curry, I think. Like it makes something sweet, which is not what I'm going for.
Yeah, there could be some differences in that.
Yeah. What else? Like any Mexican food.
I'll give you the lowdown on that.
Yeah.
And so you don't have to worry about that.
Thank you, because you're my Mexican brother.
I make a lot of Mexican food.
Oh, okay. I thought you were joking because you look like Latino.
I have an infatuation with
good,
Latinos.
Because like...
I identify racially as a Mexican cholo.
Well, the chips here are also weird. Like just tortilla chips.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say.
we have the Doritos with nacho cheese, which are my favorite, but that's because that nacho cheese thing. But I've also had, in Saudi Arabia, which was very American, we had fruit roll-ups, Pop-Tarts, and snack pack pudding packs, and all the
good stuff.
All the diabetes cereal. But right now, Pop-Tart, man, I'd never eat a Pop-Tart.
No. But it's a hindbärsnittet. Isn't it?
Yeah.
My kids say, it's a better, I don't
even
know what they call it. It's a better Pop-Tart. That's
exactly.
like what they call it.
That's what it is.
They're amazing.
If you compare them to Pop-Tarts, they're gourmet.
Yes.
And they are, because they're also handmade, or they're made with good raw materials. But the Danish bakeries, that's good, huh?
I love Danish baked goods.
What's your favorite?
Well, I worked in a bakery too.
But you don't look like you work in a bakery.
We ate a lot of stuff. There's a lot of extra stuff. Cardamom anything. We don't really have that in the US.
No,
so that was like my first. That was my gateway pastry.
Gateway drug.
Yeah.
Then you get into the cream filled stuff.
What else do I like? Spandauer.
Yeah. Good classic.
Yeah.
You know what they call that in Danish as like something a slang?
I like dårlig øje.
Bands dårlig øje.
Yeah.
The baker's infected eye. Baker's pink eye.
Gross.
That's cool.
Why? Is it the filling looks like a... Okay.
Pus.
Yum. Let's eat that. That sounds delicious.
Yeah.
I really like just like a bolle, like just a sort of.
Yeah. Oh, but the bread is so good.
Yeah. It's just like good, honest, good bread. And pastries.
You don't miss Wonder Bread.
No. Although you all have white bread here, and that is like what my kids like because they don't like rugbrød.
Yeah.
And I keep being like, we gotta eat the hearty stuff, and they like do not like it at all. So
I don't have time to shit all the time, Mom.
We buy like the whitest bread here. I mean,
buy them the rugbrødsboller.
Yeah.
Then you're like, okay, we're gonna have to compromise.
Is there a rugbrødsboller?
It's like a boller and
with seeds in it or no?
No, but you have to think about that. A lot of the rye that they use for these ones. Yeah. They were seeds to begin with. They've just been made into flour.
Yeah.
And so you don't get those, so they won't get that roughage that'll clean up, but they'll still get the minerals.
But they need some roughage.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I'm sure they'd love me talking about that.
We're talking about Brooke's kids, their bowel movements. But bowel movements are important.
Yeah, bowel movements. Do you say that in Danish?
Afføringsmønster. That means your bowel pattern. Yeah. I love talking about that, especially with strangers. Makes them feel so awkward.
It's good small talk. Like you're at the bus stop, you're like, hey.
My bowel movement was amazing today. It was maximum carnage and minimum wipage.
Carnage. Oh, shit, man. The swearing, that is a huge culture shock. The English swearing. Yeah.
That's because we don't see the word, the F word or the shit word as something bad.
I totally understand it. And like, that's the same reason why I think like, for helvede, man, Satan's is like cute. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
But Henrik, my like old school friend from the brewery was like, pæne piger siger det ikke.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
But hearing kids just drop F-bombs and like in school when I'm like biking with my kids and they're still sweet enough to be like, Mom, you can come in with me and drop me off. And I'm like, okay. Until you say no, I'll keep doing it. And then there's like a 6-year-old being like, shit, man. And I'm like, oh my.
Wash your mouth out with a soap,
I'm
young
not
man.
like a pearl clutcher, but it's kind of shocking when you hear like a small kid
you're
just
not
with
used to it.
Yeah, and of course it means absolutely nothing, but that's a big cultural surprise.
I think to give some more context into that is that swearing and profanity is more kind of everyday.
Yeah.
But there are certain words that the young people maybe use a bit more. It's like we'll probably use a bad Danish word now when they call girls luder.
Yeah.
Which is like you don't go around 6 years old calling a girl a whore or a
Yeah.
slut. So it's the same but different. It's the same problem, if you may, the same challenge. But yeah, Danes. I mean, you'll probably hear someone swear loudly walking in the snow. It's like, for helvete.
Oh my God, that's like one of my favorite videos that I come back to every
the
year.
old
The bike guy and
the snow hater?
Yes,
Yeah.
he like fell off his bike or something, and he's just.
And he's
I just showed my oldest the video because we're talking about swear words, and he thought it was like so funny.
It is funny because you can feel his anger. He is livid. I mean, he's just.
Yeah.
I love it.
I know.
Oh, that's so good.
Lord.
Fuck! And he's just trudging and the snow's like this big.
We've all been there.
Oh, yeah.
My goal is to like make a part 2 of that where I'm the person shouting Danish swear words in my accent and someone's videoing me out the window.
That would actually be a great skit. And you'd say like, I'm going to try this Danish stuff out. Lord. Yeah, or you can do it in. Then you can kind of make 2 and do one in the PG-13 American version, like, oh shucks,
You'd be like, darn it,
dosh garnet, dosh garnet. Did I just trade those?
I like that.
Yeah,
a spoonerism.
Is that a spoonerism? Yeah, in Danish we call it bagasnauvent.
Oh yeah, I knew that.
Yeah. And that was a kid's song.
Yes, from
Kai Andrea.
Yeah.
And they even said the word penis in that song. Remember
I know,
that?
right? It wasn't tisman.
Missetant bliver til tissemand.
Yes.
And like that just shows you again the Danish openness towards all that. John Dillermand, I don't know if you saw that one.
We saw that in the U.S.
I never got that one.
I don't really understand it. I mean, it's amazing. His penis like saves him from some serious situations, but
Well, yeah. Yeah.
There's probably a joke there, but it's weird.
Usually gets you into trouble.
Exactly.
So I think, I can see it. I think the it's again Denmark trying to break down taboos and stuff like that.
I think it's like destigmatizing stuff for kids, which is great. And I think we kind of missed that stage with our kids because they were a bit older, so we didn't watch all the kids stuff.
Yeah.
But I've seen, maybe they wouldn't do this now, but I follow like some other people online where they show some old footage of where there's like I don't know, 2 people in bed and they're like, Nana baller, and like a little kid comes in like Valerie and like vi baller.
Yeah, it's like
okay.
Yeah, I mean, no, it was wild back in the 80s, man. I mean, you had kids smoking and drinking champagne, and then they'd wake up, and then the little kid will say to his big brother, I'm sick, I'm dying. No, it's called a hangover. It's like, what the actual? I mean, but it's just one of those things where 80s kids will be like, you know what I used to do? We didn't have any this and that. And it's...
Get them young so that it's not a big deal. But
exactly.
Then, I guess, I don't know, Danes drink a lot, so...
Yeah. I mean,
starting young too,
alcohol,
right?
Yeah. I think luckily now I think there's a decline.
Yeah.
In that, but yeah, alcohol is a big part of the culture, especially when they're young, and I think there's a lot of peer pressure also included in that. But yeah, I remember I had friends that started at 14, 15. My mom was Asian, and we grew up. We just come from Saudi Arabia, so I wasn't allowed to touch it before I hit 16, and then after that, I loved it ever since. But yeah, it's a big drinking is a part of Danish culture. Not in the same way as like the Americans will, but that will also be connected to different social classes, I guess. Like you'll have your blue collar guys that'll crack open a bud
after work.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like a whole university culture where there's a lot of drinking.
And then I think it's tough now with other substances that are coming into the picture, and I think that's one of the things that we have to be a bit more careful with, especially talking about that with children. You know,
Oh God, it's hard to be a parent.
Well, it's not going to get any easier. So it'll just get fun in a different way.
Yeah.
So,
that's true.
What about, what is your favorite store to go in Denmark then? Is there a favorite?
My favorite store?
Is there a favorite grocery convenience store? Are you like a little fan?
I like don't shop that much. My husband does all our grocery shopping. Bless his heart.
You go, girl.
Yeah.
You take care of the kids?
We share, but he does a lot. So
does he do the cooking too?
What do I do? What do I bring to this relationship?
Well, you brought 2 children.
Thank you. My work here is done.
Yes, you have given him his. He has sowed his seeds.
No, he's a good man. Where do I like to shop? I kind of miss Irma, but I feel like I somehow have a nostalgia about it from like that one time I lived near there. But
Irma rocks.
Yeah. And I just also like that 7-Eleven is like a clean, positive place here, where in the U.S. it's usually like...
Yeah, that's another good difference.
Place you don't want to be.
Yeah, 7-Eleven is just basically your...
You're at a gas station, it's late at night, and like you're in a desperate place.
And it's not grimy.
It's great.
At 2 o'clock at night, going into a 7-Eleven, it can get rowdy, but it's still clean.
Yeah.
And again, Denmark has the safety issues with food and stuff like that. They have to adhere to that. What about like fast food, eating it here versus the States? Can you feel and taste the difference?
Oh my gosh. I feel like I can't answer any of your questions because we don't really eat fast food. Yeah. Denmark has a lot more options. Like there's other fast foody kind of burger places that we go sometimes. But it's funny because we had never eaten at McDonald's like in the US. Okay. And our youngest went on a field trip with school where they were like sleeping over somewhere because that's something Danes just do. Yeah. And a couple of the parents picked them up and brought them back in like a groups, like, 3 parents or whatever. And they stopped at Macca's on the way home and he like got a cheeseburger for the first time.
Oh God.
And we were like kind of just amazed that like his first McDonald's experience was in Denmark.
That is even more fun to hear about.
Yeah, but I think it's also funny because he's seen maybe videos online or something about McDonald's, but had never tried it. And he was like, it wasn't that good. No. And we're like, yeah, it's not good.
But you brought your kids up on the right way to begin with. I mean, now you're actually far from a stereotype, to be honest.
I mean, I'm sure we eat plenty of bad stuff, but like, we just don't do a lot of fast food. No. So, but the safety thing that you were talking about, and I think I'm so used to it now, but I remember very clearly when we moved here, the sense of safety that was like so starkly different than the US.
Okay, how so?
There's way fewer weapons and there's way less petty crime here.
Yeah, you don't get mugged or stuff like that.
Yeah. And like as a woman who's been mugged, it's freaking scary. And it took me a while to come down off of that feeling of like, I'm out at night, like what do I need to be looking for? And I think it's something that Danish women, I mean, I know they still have those same thoughts about like carrying the keys between their hands or like texting friends like, hey, I'm coming home. I'm check in with me. Yeah. But it's like a much different feeling here.
Yeah. That's a very open difference in that sense. But it's also America is large, and there's probably places that are even more safe.
I'm
safer
sure,
than
but
Denmark.
I think the problem is like because we don't take care of everyone in the U.S. There's like so much disparity that there's desperation. Yeah. And that kind of desperation I don't see a lot in Denmark.
No, that's because the distance, the what did you call it? Disparity or the difference of wealth is I mean, you could have a very well-off woman and her husband maybe is a sanitation worker because it's not really that important, and because the education here, even going to university, is free. You have to pay for your own books. And yes, there will be professors that will do like in America where you have to buy this book now because I've changed 3 words. But that's something that they'll bitch about here. But instead of having to pay, 150 grand to go to a mid-level or an Ivy League over there, this is what you can get here in Denmark. And that education is great. Even the youngsters that don't want to go to school and can become tradesmen. And I love the fact that Americans are now looking into their own, like, be a tradesman. Yeah. It's really good work. And in Denmark, it's always been that they have to go to school for 3 years. It's it's a bachelor to become an electrician or even a carpenter or even working with plumbing. I know I have a friend who's a plumber. I mean, he makes bank. It's a shitty job, literally. But so whack. No. Yeah, exactly. But we see them as the same.
Yeah. Professional.
Exactly. Yeah. Someone that has actually chosen to go that path.
Yeah.
And I think what the Danes don't look good, what they frown upon is the laziness. You're here in Denmark. Put an effort into it. Do your part to make this place great with us.
Make Denmark great again.
Denmark's already kind of great. And we do have buildings that are, 10 times older than America.
Yeah. Our friends live in an apartment building, and we always joke, like, this building is older than the United States.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things where I kind of joke a bit around, and everybody's like, oh my God, America's doing this. And I'm thinking, they've just hit puberty.
Thank you.
Come on.
Our brains aren't fully developed. Yes. Thank you.
They'll grow into it. I mean,
God willing.
I could have pictured Queen Elizabeth when she was alive and going, calm down. They're just acting out. Right now, they're just like looking at the Queen Elizabeth and going, fuck you, Mom!
Mom! Slamming the door.
You're not the boss of me! I hate you! And then it's like, yeah. And
talk to you later.
Yeah.
I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed.
Yeah. And then, sorry.
God, I hope. We'll get there.
You'll get there. You'll get there.
Will there be irreparable damage? Who knows?
I don't know. I mean, Europe had the Dark Ages, so you guys...
We're embarking on USA's Dark Ages.
You guys dodged that one. Well, you won't really have dark. You'll probably still have electricity. So it'll probably be the not so bright ages.
An apt name.
Yeah. No, but I mean, it's again, it's one of those things that you can see the difference is the division of wealth and stuff like that. And politics is so much more different here.
Oh my gosh.
There's too many choices
is so
here.
Reasonable. Like, they're like, we're not going to have an election cycle where for 2 years of it, people are campaigning and all this money's into it. Yeah, there's still money in politics, but it's like, okay, we're going to have an election in 2 weeks. Everyone put your signs up. Okay, cool. That is weird. Like, putting the faces on, I find really interesting because
you vote for the hot one.
Exactly.
You're like, oh man, he looks.
And then you get to know what everyone's version of hot is. You're like, oh, that's your hot? Oh,
yeah. What about that? When you came to Denmark and saw the Danish people, did you have that one like, oh my God, they're tall and hot?
Everyone's good looking, right?
But doesn't it piss you off that even the good looking ones, they just go out in sweatpants and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Where they're like, you're so disgustingly gorgeous.
You in your jeans.
And their fucking little home shoes that they're wearing, all the kids are wearing.
Ugg boots.
Yeah, but the half Ugg. The slip-ins.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, I mean,
yeah, the trends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm too old for that anyway.
I am, but that's okay. Yeah. I like to learn what the youngs are doing.
Yes. Greetings, youngsters.
I mean, I was like gonna die on the hill of skinny jeans, and then I tried on some wide pants. I was like, these are dang comfortable. These are comfortable. Now I'm gonna die on this hill.
Boyfriend jeans, I think they call them. Yeah.
I mean, why not? Why are we squeezing into these like sausage pants?
I grew up a skater. So jeans
skater boy.
Jeans couldn't get baggier.
Yeah. Did you have the wallet chain?
Oh, yes, I did. And I wore the beanie when it was hot.
Yeah.
God, yeah. And spiky hair.
Nice. Like mohawk or?
I did have mohawk. I went through the dreadlock phase too.
No way.
Yeah, and had the long hair first, and then buzz cut, and then oh god, went through it all. Even frosted tips.
Nice.
God, I
You gotta try it all.
Yeah, I mean, it was the whole Crazy Town video all over again, just without the muscles and the tattoos.
What's next? Like, what other are there hairstyles you would like to try?
No, I think I like going to my local barber and getting the fade.
The Danish cut?
The fade. It's like the come here, bro. Gonna get in fade. I kind of joke and I joke with him. I say, you know what? I'm probably gonna die in your barbershop. He goes, what do you mean? Either it's gonna be a drive-by or you're gonna blow yourself up. And then he was like, that's funny.
Nice. Yeah.
So he gets there. I mean,
so you go to
around here, it's a bit rowdy. I mean, with all and the funny thing is, everybody's like, oh, all the world is saying you gotta be careful of the immigration and the Islamic invasion of it. And it's like, I live in it.
Yeah.
And not one person has asked me. I could go out and eat a packet of bacon in front of anybody, and they'd be like, good on you, man. I just don't do it.
Yeah.
And so it's just
live and let live.
Live and let live, and don't go on Twitter.
I've never been on Twitter, but I feel like I'm on Instagram, right? And it was such a lovely space, and it is hopefully maybe still, but it's going downhill.
But you're educational.
Thank you.
Yes.
Ish. But I think people don't really want that anymore.
Yes,
they
they
want
do.
like brainless, like funny.
Nope. They're all losing that too. Now everybody is being kind of debunked or kind of deplatformed, and then everybody's looking at all these sexy fitfluencers, and then they're all being taken. All these other ones are telling you the truth about that.
Yeah.
So now all the truth-sayers are coming out.
Oh.
And all the gym
Drama.
Yes, a lot. And all the gymfluencers are now
I didn't even know that word.
Yeah, there's fitfluencers, gymfluencers. There's also fatfluencers.
Okay.
They're the body positivity movement. But the top 5 of them are now deceased. And you can kind of guess why. Health problems.
Okay.
Yeah, and they were all sponsored by I think they were American, and they were all sponsored. It was found out by the Processed Food Association, American Processed Food Association.
Is that a real thing?
I don't know, but I read it somewhere. So
I believe that it could be, but
like
that feels like so generic that it feels like fake. But I remember like watching an ad for corn syrup.
Yeah.
And it was like the ad was literally 2 people talking. They're like, what are you adding? And it's like, corn syrup. Didn't you know it's nutritionally equivalent to sugar and fine in small doses? I'm like, those are the ads that are like on the TV for cartoon.
But it was a natural evolution of the times in America where there was so much corn being grown, and you had to utilize
it. Corn fed.
Exactly. I mean, your beef is corn fed, or maybe grass fed if you get some of the good stuff over there. So corn has been a staple because you had so much of it in those flat, square Midwestern states.
Gotta love them. It's flyover.
Flyover states. Hey, Ohio!
We need those states.
Did you see the American guy? I think he was in Cleveland, and then a flyover state, and then he wrote on his roof. He lived close to it. Welcome to Milwaukee. So to screw with people.
That's awesome.
See, that guy.
And they're all going like, oh.
Oh my God, we're on the wrong plane, darling. Brooke, you know how long we've gone on?
No.
We're on almost 2 hours, and it's sped by like.
We didn't even talk about Danish.
No, we just had. I mean,
it's just hygge.
It's hygge, yeah, but we have talked about like some of the differences.
Yeah.
And I think we also got some serious stuff, and like we didn't even talk about politics in the sense that you guys only have 2 to choose from, and we have too many to choose from.
Do you think it's too many?
I think when you have too many cooks.
Yeah.
In the kitchen. And then for me, I mean, I've always had that I don't like politicians in general. It's like you're a paid liar.
Yeah.
So I don't trust them. Like I go for that old Southern saying, a good politician is an honest politician, and the only honest politician is a dead politician.
Sounds very Texan.
One of those Sam Neill type things with the mustache. But I mean, in Denmark, you choose one, but the other ones are also in our Folketing, and then they have to make deals with the others. So you vote for someone new, but you end up getting the same plate, but the stuff is just moved around.
I mean, we get the same plate too, but then just a whole lot of corruption along with it.
I think you guys, I mean, your political system, it just doesn't work for a country that size, and you shouldn't maybe be one country. And Danes don't understand that federal law and state law are two different things. It's like, so federally marijuana is legal in America, but 42 states have made it legal. And then you have constitutional carry of firearms, but not all states honor the Constitution, and you're supposedly a constitutional republic. So it's one of those things where it's an oxymoron.
Yeah.
And but I also think the Danish politician has just as many flaws, but we're so much older that everything seems just to flow. That the thing is, Danes just want to have the right to bitch and moan. They don't want anything to change.
Interesting.
It's like, oh, this damn politician was not okay. Fine. Well, let's start a revolution and go up with guns to Christiansborg and change everything. Heavens, no! I don't want anything to change. I just want to be able to bitch and moan about it. So
there's something to that.
It is. I mean, but again,
maybe because there's not. I mean, there's not much to change. Like there's incremental change. It feels like could benefit some things in Denmark, but like you don't need like a whole overhaul of a lot of systems. Whereas I feel like in the U.S. we're at a point where we need like an overhaul of a lot of systems.
Yeah, you got to get the dirty laundry out. It hasn't been cleaned in a bit.
Like our education system, healthcare system, politics in general, like it feels like it needs a whole redo. Whereas things function very well here.
Yeah.
And even though like it's easy for Danes to pick out the small problems, as an outsider, it's like clear how well it functions and how bad it could be.
Yeah. And I think that's something that Danes also tend to lose sight of because they have that little hobbit mentality that everything's good in the Shire. And that's fine because we're a small country. And everybody like when Bernie Sanders starts talking about Denmark, it's like, that's great, Bernie, but you can't do that in a country of that size because it doesn't work that way. In Denmark, it's small. 7 million people? It's kind of easy to go in and pad that and work with that. You're not working with tens and millions of people of different social status and different wealth. Everything is small and quaint. Our weather, when it's terrible, it's not that bad.
Yeah. That's interesting. So you like see the differences mainly about wealth. Because I'm thinking like in Denmark, it's a small country, but quite homogenous. Yeah. And there's so much discussion about immigration and changing what Denmark is. And I don't know. What are your thoughts on Denmark's future as it needs more Arbejdskraft, but also wants to maintain a sense of Denmark.
Sovereignty, yeah.
Yeah.
Immigration is a necessity. You cannot put that away somewhere and say, no, we're just going to have to stop it. Because the way that the Western society is evolving is that people are getting wealthier, and that means that, especially in Scandinavia, where the level of the what do you call it, of living.
Please use a Danish word. Throw something in there.
Something of living. Your
standard of living.
Your standard of living is so high, and then and that soon there won't be people to do those jobs that you don't want to do, and therefore immigration is important. But on the other hand, I've lived in a Muslim country in Saudi Arabia where my mom had to adhere to very strict rules. And I don't care what religion or where you're from. If you come into somebody else's house, you treat that with respect. That's how I was brought up. And it's not going around and walking with your shoes on into someone's couch. As a metaphor.
I took my boots off outside for the record.
I know, yes, but Americans have this. It's a weird thing with the shoes inside.
They wear
and
shoes.
outside.
We do wear shoes inside.
Yeah. But
now I'm like so
don't.
Grossed out by it now that I even know it's another option. But yeah, you grow up and people just wear their shoes that have stepped in God knows what inside.
Yeah, it's one of those things. But other than that, I just think just treat it as you treat your own place. And if you want to be a part of that, then that's my only demand of it. But in Denmark, you can be whatever you want to be. And just don't force anything down my throat.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. And so for me, immigration is a great thing because it can build a society even more. But it just has to be done properly and controlled.
What does that mean? Properly and controlled.
We will take them all and we will put them in camps.
Properly and controlled. I think there's like room for a nuanced discussion, but it gets scary when it gets like generalized, and that's what happened in the US. And I think I worry when I hear a lot of the same rhetoric from some politicians in Denmark. I think, oh no, this is like the same thing that.
Yeah, and I think it's being blown up because there's a lot of fear mongering from England and from the media.
Yeah.
From other countries and France. And when you hear that fear-mongering from a certain media outlet and then you actually are there, it's completely different.
So true.
So I think everything has to be taken slightly with a grain of salt. But of course, it's something that you have to think about. And right now, I don't see any issues or problems with it. I think basically not letting anybody in who just wants to leech off society. That doesn't matter where you're from. Even if you are Danish and all you're doing is leeching off society, it's a terrible thing. Especially in a country like Denmark where you can get so much.
Yeah.
And so that's pretty much where it has to be put in. And I don't know any people from other countries that are leeching. In my area
and I
here,
think
they're all
like
hard
that's
workers.
it. When you like meet people face to face, then you have like your barber or whatever. Like you see the humanity in people, and it's not just the stereotype. But this leeching word, somebody one time called me. I get mostly all positive comments right on my Instagram and great conversation. I learned so much. One time, somebody called me a nassahole.
Oh, I need to know who that person is.
I don't even know anymore. But I thought, well, first I was like, what does that mean? And no, it's not good because it ends in whoa, which is arse, which I won't even say in English, even though I know it's not really a bad word.
Sure, derriere.
Your derriere. Yeah. So it means a leech, like a leech on society. I don't really know why he said it. I think he just was probably mad about me being a Danglish influencer.
You were a troll. He was just trying to be a troll, but he wasn't even.
But it's an interesting word, and I always learn something. Yeah. And then I made a whole reel about how I always learn something. Haters, bring it.
Drengerøv.
What is that? Oh,
Drengerøv.
Han var bare en drengerøv.
That's a grown-ass man.
Yeah. But it's like nedsættende. No?
It can be,
yeah.
But it can also be something charming.
Okay.
I think it's become that, or I choose to see it because I like the term. I see myself as like a drengerøv, men med styr på min stumper.
Okay.
I have. I'm a grown ass man, but I got my shit together.
Okay. But what did you say? Med styr på din
stumper.
Stumper.
Jeg har styr på mine stumper.
What is stumper?
Stumper is your bits and pieces.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah,
it's kind of like stund. I just learned is like a bit of time, like a
en lille stund.
Yeah. I don't know why it took me like 3 years to learn that.
Yeah, it's kind of, how can you...
I always would say like, it's stykke tid, but it's kind of like in stund is like a period of time.
It's stykke tid, you can use that for daily talk. Stund could kind of be a bit old-fashioned, maybe.
Yeah, I den her stund.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there are a lot of weird, have you heard, nu går han helt agurk?
Yeah.
He went completely cucumber. And when you say that, it's like, what?
Yeah, but I guess it's like going completely, like totally bananas, which is like bananas, also weird.
Yeah,
You're like,
exactly.
what the heck is that?
But bananas, I can kind of see. Cucumber is such a boring.
It is.
It's a cucumber. Or banana connected to like monkeys, and they're having a great time.
And there's
they
a
go,
peel, and it's maybe you slip on it.
Exactly.
Who knows?
See,
but a cucumber, it's like a watery vegetable.
It's the same thing. If you take this, the saying in Denmark, a bull in a China
China shop. Yeah.
It's elefant i en porcelænsfabrik, eller porcelænsbutik.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, and I don't like that.
It's like the bastard cousin of...
Yeah, it's like you tried, but...
Interesting. I wonder if they developed separately?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I'll do some research.
You should research that. There's some really good, the whole, when Americans use the word like a lot, the fill word in Denmark, it's ik.
Ik?
And when you translate that, it's not. Or ikke også.
Yeah, ikke også. On Foon, right? Egos.
Egos, yeah, and then it's not
Also.
egos. If you're gonna like not and. It's like what?
The hell
So
are you talking
when you
about?
do the translations,
Yeah.
it gets quirky.
Yeah, I noticed that. Like some people put egos on the end of like all their sentences.
Yeah.
It's very distracting.
It's a fill word like
Eller-
like is.
But hvad hedder det? Oh no, hvad hedder det?
Yeah.
That's another like filler
What's it
one.
called?
Yeah.
What's it called? Yeah, there's that one.
Yeah.
There are a few of those weird kind of. You'll probably get the fill word when you're talking to like someone in the store and they're a stranger and they'll say DUD.
Dude.
DUD.
Yeah. That's it. That's that. What are you talking about?
It's kind of like I think the American version is I heard that
Okay, it's like a way to end the conversation or something. or
without
what?
saying anything.
Yeah.
It's just a
No.
fill word like oh I heard that.
Are you just saying that out of nowhere, or I'm gonna start saying that to people?
Det er jo det. Ja, så jeg oh godt, se det sner rigtig meget. Ja, det er jo det. So you can just.
I feel like I'm often saying like sådan er det jo.
That's the same way. Yeah, it is. That's like it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's that classic.
Kind of depressing. Like sådan er det.
Yeah, but it's no.
You've given up.
That's age. Age will come where you bring that. Oh well, it is what it is.
Yeah.
How about that heat, huh? You know, it is what it is.
It is what it is. That rain,
C'est la
Denmark,
vie.
you know. Oh yeah, that's another one. Like sikkert værve.
Yeah, sikkert vejr, hva? Yeah.
That's a good conversation starter. If you want to talk to a Dane, the weather.
Yeah. Ja, hold da op, mand. Sikkert noget vejr, hva?
Er det koldt? Hold up.
And then you'll get that connection.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, flirting, being an American and flirting with a Dane would probably be something that I'd love to just sit and watch for like an anthropological, just to eat popcorn and goes, oh, look what he's doing.
Oh, how
now.
would that even work? Do Danes flirt?
Again, alcohol will probably be involved, and you probably won't. If you're sitting on like, let's say you take the train to work and you're an American girl and there's a Danish guy and you're both looking at each other, you'll probably both have to take that train many times before he'll probably muster.
Oh my gosh.
Because it's just not something you do.
Wow.
Was
there any like misconnections, Denmark? Because I remember that was like a whole thing in the U.S.
I think, well, what, like you misinterpreted the
No,
flirting?
it was like a website. I think it was maybe a part of Craigslist, but now my mind is a little foggy because this was like 2000, where you would just, if you had that interaction one time with somebody, you were like, I think you were looking at me on the train, but I never got your number. You like write about that and you try to find that person.
I think they probably did with Facebook and stuff like that. Denmark is a village.
But they would find the person in like a second. They're like, oh, no, det er min ven Lars.
Yeah, exactly. Especially in Copenhagen.
Yeah.
Someone would know.
Except they're all called Lars, so it'd have to be like, I don't know.
Or Anders.
E.T. Lars or whatever. Yeah. Like they all, and that's something I noticed in the Grønne Slagter. They all had like hushans and like Svedesvend. And I'm like, oh, is that because they all have like the same name, that they all have given them these like nicknames? Like it's so-and-so.
Yeah. Derogatory nicknames.
Or it's just me and like misinterpreting what teens do.
No, Sved is a derogatory term.
Yeah, well, he also was sweating a lot.
He was a profuse sweater.
Yeah.
But flirting for the Danes would be if no alcohol is involved. If alcohol suddenly is involved, then it goes really quick, and then they end in...
And they bang.
I mean, that's just... It's either or, and if they do meet on the train, it'll be something that will get prolonged.
Yeah.
And they'll wink, and then they'll... I mean, the signals have to be almost like whacked into them. Like, that little look, if the girl looks and then he won't get that.
No.
I mean, it has to be...
No.
I mean, that's kind of my 2 cents on that. Yeah. Because it just, there's that social barrier that this is my intimate space.
Yeah. Oh, is that also something about commuting? Because someone was telling me that I think my husband actually was saying, like, when he, at his old job, when they would come into work, his coworker would be on the train with him and they like would not make eye contact to talk. And as soon as they got out of the train station, then they were like, hey, what's up?
Yeah. Sometimes it's just, I want privacy when I'm on the train.
No small talk.
Like in the old days, you'd have a book along. That was a signal that, and now everybody has their earbuds in, so that's one of those signals too. That's why you don't see a lot of those people trying to get a hold of you on the streets to donate to this and that anymore.
I talk to them every time. I'm the only one, and I'm like, I can't subscribe to all of you every month, but I promise I'll donate one time, and then I feel like they get mad at me.
I mean,
but they're all like such good causes. Like it was like the clowns in the hospital. I gave money to them, but and then there was Barnet. I don't know if it was Barnet Telephone, but like, and I'm like, I want to give money to all of you, but I don't want to maybe do it every month for infinity. But I don't know. Maybe I should have just done that.
It's a tax rewrite automatically.
See, this is also something I don't understand. Like,
it does it automatically.
How?
I think when you do that, it registers it. They register it. It comes into your tax card automatically.
What? Oh, maybe I should go in and do it now.
When you check it, and
I didn't see. These are also things like you don't learn like how to do taxes. I'm just like, I think it's right. I had a great conversation with Scat. My Scat. It's Scat. No wonder there's a long queue because she talked to me for like 15-20 minutes extra. I was like, jeg lærer dansk. Nå, hvor længe har du boet i Danmark? She was my Danish teacher that day.
I mean, see, and she probably was overjoyed to
I loved it.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah. I mean, Danish sketch, we pay a lot, but
you get a lot back.
In general, yes.
Yeah.
Again, like you said before, the small corrections here and there could probably be used differently. Like I think nurses and police officers should probably get more. Yeah. Fuck firefighters because they're so goddamn hot.
Yeah, they always get in the calendars. That's not fair.
And they're so lazy because you're actually hoping that they don't have to work.
But you're also hoping that for the police, right?
Well, the police also come and just... They also have to patrol and go in.
But they're all good looking. I remember like someone would come into the bakery. Yeah, maybe. Yes. There's a look.
Yeah.
But they would come into the bakery and I feel like all the ladies in the back and any gay men would be like, the police are out front. Come on. Yeah. And we'd all be like...
and they are just in general, we have a couple of guys in
shape
they're
and like
just hot.
Yeah.
And they've got that perfect... chiseled jawline and
it's not fair.
And it's not actually. And have you
seen
the women?
Yes, same.
But they're the nastiest of them all.
What do you mean? Like nasty like Miss Jackson?
No. They're nasty, and I think it has something to do with that they feel that they have to be harder on people because they're women. Oh. It's just a theory.
Yeah.
But I've always seen and heard of that they're even they have the worst potty mouth and they can be a bit rough, and it's like, okay, I get it. You're an authority figure. Lord. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I haven't encountered any Danish police women yet.
I've also only had great encounters with police officers, and because that again with me, then sometimes they'll look at my driver's license and I have a very Danish name, and they'll look at my driver's license and they'll look at me and they'll be like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Now you're in the box. I understand.
Yes. And again, also when you have a little bit of an Asian look, the only racist you get from having an Asian look is like, oh, you're
smart, right?
See, again, that's another one. Like, no, I'm not a doctor. I'm not doctor yet. It's like, no, my mom actually is not.
No, but what was the other one?
It's just like you like spicy food or karate. That's a famous one. It's like,
you should chop them in the neck when they do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like, what are you doing? Or then my favorite one is like, oh, you're from Malaysia. I love Thailand. It's like,
oh, they're probably American.
No, that's Dane too.
Oh,
I mean, if when I say I'm from Borneo, the only ones who know where Borneo is the people who go scuba diving.
Yeah.
So, I mean, again, that's the hygge-racisme you were talking about. This sort of a weird kind of subtle. But I just say it's just that they're trying too hard.
Yeah, they're trying to connect with like whatever.
And not be offensive.
Points of reference they have.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I've had kids that once went like this, ha, ha, ning, ning, ning. And I thought that was funny.
Really?
Yeah, but I was a kid and they were kids and they were calling me ching, chong, ching. And I was like, yeah.
Dude, but that doesn't seem okay to me. Like, so what? Did they hear that from their parents?
Yeah.
And they hadn't seen anybody that looked different?
It was just, I mean, they were teasing, I mean, I was teasing them for being like, you can't be out in the sun too long.
Okay. For all being blonde and
exactly. And I mean, for
future
me,
chiseled jawlines.
Exactly. Tall. But for me, I mean, it has to be really I think once I stepped on an old man's foot many years ago in the bus while stepping back, and he said, "In this country, we say excuse me," and I had said undskyld, but in my coat, and he didn't hear it, and then I just turned around and I said, "Jeg sagde altså undskyld," and that was it.
Yeah,
that's pretty much the stint of that, because again, it's when you become that. Like, where is he from? Then it just disappears. It disperses.
Yeah. That I don't know why this reminded me of it, because it's not about racism. I was biking. The interactions with strangers here still confound me. Like, I was biking past two men. I was going to go winter bathing, and they were standing in the road, and I was turning into like a bike path right next to them, and there was literally nobody else out. It was like 8 a.m, and they were talking in the road, and they stopped talking to look at me, and I said, "Come on," and they said absolutely nothing, and then I just turned around to them and went in the bike path, and I was like, "This is so weird. Why didn't they say good morning? And did I overstep some boundary by saying good morning?"
Maybe it was a drug deal.
They were like old men and like middle-aged.
Well, then they usually would say good morning.
I was, maybe I need to speak up. Maybe I didn't say it loud enough. Maybe it was in
good morning.
I know, maybe it was in my jacket like you.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Yeah. Sikke noget værd.
Yeah. But I was like, it kind of just left a bad taste in my mouth, because I was like, did I do something wrong? Like in the U.S., you always nod at people, say hi, even if you're just passing on the street, smile.
Yeah.
And maybe that's annoying or whatever, or uncomfortable, but I do miss it sometimes. But on the flip side, like sometimes it's nice riding in a taxi, and sometimes you feel like chatting and sometimes you don't. And it's kind of nice that you could just be like, I'm just going to sit here and chill, and I don't have to make small talk.
Exactly. And that's the good thing about it.
Yeah.
But I think you should keep doing what you're doing with the good morning and keep that small talk up. I mean, it's refreshing, and it spreads a cheer.
Thank you. And maybe they went somewhere and said, "Come on," to someone else after that.
Maybe those two old guys were like suddenly like, oh
Someone said good morning to us. Yeah. They were just surprised.
Det er en unge kvinde, der kommer og siger godmorgen til os. Dejligt.
No.
So. But Brooke, let's, I mean, we'll probably have to do another one at one point.
I would love to.
So, but it's been an absolute pleasure. And now you have to put some work in and tell people where they can find you on Instagram.
You can find me on Instagram at the Nearly Danish Dame.
I will put the links down below.
Thank you. I hope you follow me.
Yes, and do it. She's a treat. It's just so great to. And if you're
Var det sød skat?
Ja, meget sød.
Tak for i dag. Det var en fornøjelse.
Det var en sand fornøjelse. She's an absolute gem, and if you're an English speaker in Copenhagen, she's a really good reference point to look into, especially with the wording, and you can hear she speaks almost flawless Danish.
Don't go that far. But I will cheer you on. We're all in this together.
Okay. So, Nearly Danish Dame Brooke, say goodbye.
Tak for nu. Bye-bye.
And Bam Bam out.